So we just had to restart because we came up with the invitation glitch. But we are literally going to be trying to complete Absolver with a brand new player. You're like level 4, I
Yeah.
think you mentioned. So I'm Andrew, this is
Yeah.
Sanyu, we're friends.
Hey
Um,
everyone.
yes, okay. So I need to research how to get around this glitch because the invitations crashed the game. Um, invite not working, Absolver. Okay, there's a workaround, but it's quite annoying.
Hey, what would you suggest I do? Should I go on social and just?
What you need to do is you need
Oh,
to
there you
join.
are.
What? You see me?
Even friend.
Don't press invite. What you need to do is press my name and then look view and join school.
Is win for phones, masks, or deck.
Yeah, and somewhere there it should say join school.
Yeah, yeah, I did. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, join my school.
Your school XP.
Oh, yep, you're a student, and now I'm going to invite you. Is that right?
What?
Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Yep, it's sent.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one game-breaking glitch. That's expected, really. Okay. So, see you loading in.
Did Absolver come out?
This game came out um, like I don't know, 2017 or something like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
you
sorry.
want
That
it?
was
What did
that
you say?
wasn't
What did you say?
intentional. That
I don't
wasn't
even know what kind
intentional.
of moves.
I was just trying to shadow box. I'm fine. Okay, all
Okay,
right,
all
we
right.
get it. You're maxed out. Okay. We get it.
I'm not even that good. Like,
Oh, can't get me. Oh, okay.
okay. Anyway, so we're gonna try and find out what the new players' experience is like in Absolver in 2025. So what I'm gonna do, follow me. Yep, and we're just literally we're gonna go over here.
Must use. Oh, there you go.
You coming?
Hmm.
Man, I need to take you right back to the beginning of the game, which I think is this way. And I'm just gonna watch you make away and see how what your experience is like with Absolver
Okay.
in 2025. So I'm gonna do minimum helping, but off you go.
Okay. Guidance bridge. Am I gonna activate this? Yeah.
What are you asking me?
Okay.
I'm joking.
Oh, there's this guy here. Okay.
Yeah. So tell me, when was the last time you played Absolver?
It says 2020, so that was
Okay,
about
five
five
years
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds about right. And
Been
you
a
got to you
while.
got to level 4.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you
Been
tried
just
the
running around and fighting
yeah, of course,
individuals around,
as it
testing
is.
my strength.
Now, what would
Yeah.
you say your gaming experience is? What type of games do you like to play? I know, but just for like live streaming purposes.
Yeah. I mean, I like adventure games. I like RPGs.
Okay, like
Yeah.
what? What have you
Yeah.
played
So I
recently?
like in recent time, I mean, I've been playing a Split Victim.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. That was a really cool game.
Okay. Do you play
I
action
completed that.
games?
Which type of
Action
action
games?
games? Like, or like
Well,
shooting games?
yeah, shooting games. Any
Action,
games where you have to get
action.
close and punch and kick.
Yeah, I
Anything,
mean, I've
anything
gotten
simple.
into the old Tomb Raider
Okay.
because Tomb Raider actually was wow, okay, all right, you're just going at it. Um, Tomb Raider actually was the first console-based video game I played, Tomb Raider 3 specifically. And for nostalgic sake, I wanted to actually play the first trilogy so I
Okay.
could understand it as an adult.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool.
And then
Very
yeah,
philosophical approach to video gaming. Trying to
yeah,
understand your childhood game as an adult. Cool. Cool.
yeah.
Okay. And have you ever played
And
any like close, like any action games where you have to get real close and punch and kick and stuff like that?
in recent time, I can't really think of
I know we've
one. I
played
mean,
Tekken a few times,
yeah, oh
haven't
yeah, yeah. Tekken's just combat. That's just I wouldn't really think of that as an action game, but
we? Oh, it
yeah,
is.
like
But yeah, I know what you mean.
what because of the story. Yeah, yeah. It's more, you know, um,
More of a fighter.
yeah, yeah. It's more of a fighter type game. But yeah, Tekken's been pretty cool. Completed Tekken 8, and yeah, I played Tek. I mean, I played all the Tekkens. I think my favorite. I mean, I really do like Tekken 8. I actually really loved it. It was the story. Um, was really nice. It was quite engaging. More of a story type of person when it comes to video games. If the story is great, then um, I'm locked in.
Good. So you like an engaging story
Yeah,
and the gameplay as
all the
well. What
cool
would you say
stuff.
about gameplay?
What in a story mode type of game? I mean, if the
Yeah,
gameplay is, I mean, it has to be engaging. Like I want to be able to like get items and
got you.
you know,
Explore,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
beat
that's
up
the
some
whole
bad
point.
guys.
Beat up some bad guys.
Yeah,
Sure,
and
yeah.
all the while following a nice and engaging story.
Yeah, following a
Okay,
really engaging story that actually
okay,
has some depth to it.
I understand what you're saying. Okay,
But it depends.
so
But I like silly stuff. But yeah.
yeah, of course we all like silly stuff sometimes. I think I've got even in this game there's some like I've got some silly poses I can do right here. I don't know why.
How do you?
Oh, you need to unlock them. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to introduce your background as a player because obviously I want to kind of introduce you as a newcomer to Absolver. Obviously, I myself have got like over four figures worth of hours, so that's in the thousands. And
Yeah.
I played quite competitively. And Absolver, I think for the people who do still play it, and there are quite a lot, well, quite a few. When I say quite a few, that's very subjective. As in, like, I think it's about less than 1% of the overall player base still play it, but they do, and they're
Yeah.
very dedicated to it. And what they tend to do is, as you can see, when I first played this game, an area like this would be full of people. It would have a maxed out number of people. There's not a lot of people here now. That's to be expected because the game is no longer being supported by the developers, so we don't really get any new players. There's no real young up and coming players to kind of step in and fight and play with and teach and encourage. But there will be some people, probably if I hit this, and I think you did just before we started broadcasting, if you hit this
Mm.
altar, go into the combat trials, you'll find somebody there, and you'll likely, because you're level 4, you're going to get annihilated, which I think was your experience.
That's that's
Right?
actually what had happened before you
That,
came on.
that's what happened, yeah. Okay.
But I
So
put up a good fight though.
you put up a good fight. Oh, that's really good to hear, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased to hear
Yeah.
that. I'm pleased to hear that. Okay, so what I want to do, yeah, is I'm going to be your party member, but because I'm at this point strongly overpowered, I'm going to hold back and maybe help you if I see you get knocked out, okay?
Okay.
But I just want you to like just form your opinion of the game, talk about things like the environment or the fighting or the enemies or bosses, anything that comes to your mind. Just share your thoughts and impressions of what Absolver is. And obviously, I haven't told you what to say. I just want you to
Yeah.
naturally just like pick up what you think about the game and just talk about it, because you got a nice way of talking, and I think you can definitely, from your perspective as a new player, just bring
Yeah,
some
it
light,
gives it
some
gives
certain
like
things.
a fresh light to someone that's just starting.
Exactly. Sometimes you do need a second pair of eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
oh.
lead the expedition. I'm not going to say much. If you say, Andrew, I'm stuck, where do I go? Then I'll tell you where to go. Otherwise, I'm
Okay.
just going to let you kind of play, and I'm going to be here with you.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
No, that's okay.
So, with
You might hear
checking,
me eating because I haven't had dinner and I've just come back from the gym. So, but
with
please
the
carry on.
altar. Yeah, with the altar. So going on the combat trials, but wouldn't that not open me up to like everybody like attacking me? Do you want
Yeah.
to watch
The
me
thing
fight?
is, if you do, first of all, our party will be disbanded.
Yeah, exactly.
Second of all,
So
second of all, it's interesting. Why do you want to go into the combat trials straight away?
wouldn't that like level me up,
I see.
before fighting anybody?
I see.
Like, to progress the story, it makes sense for me to get stronger, no?
Uh-huh. Okay, so actually, I'm just going to add this to right now. The game wasn't developed with that. The game was developed in a way where it's much better to level up through the story before you go into the combat trials.
Okay.
You can do it the other way round, as you said, which I think is what most people think is the best way to do it. But what's going to end up happening is you're going to go up against people who are level 60 and they're going to completely
Oh, like
wipe the floor with you.
they'll match me with people that are level 60.
There's
I'm
absolutely
like,
no discrimination between who is what level. You go in there
wow.
and you can even fight somebody with me who is, let's say I'm like level 2000, or I don't even
Okay.
know what level I am. I'm just,
Level
there's a separate
2000.
level just for combat trials, but I am,
Yeah.
yep, 2508, which, is quite high when I say it like that, but it's not actually very high at all. There's people out there with much higher levels. So let's
Okay,
request
so
co-op. I want you to accept that if you can. Okay. Before we continue, I just want to check
oh,
the. Okay.
got it.
All right. Cool. So what I recommend is, instead of going into the combat trials right away, just play the game, explore. Try to
Okay,
beat up random NPCs and do it that way. That's my suggestion.
everyone, follow me.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's go.
so we're gonna explore,
Yep.
see what's around in this Absolver universe.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool there. Okay, I can't jump.
Nope. You can't jump.
Oh, so it's not really as explorative as I would have thought. So I can't
Well,
go over there.
not as okay. So not explorative as you'd like. Okay. But you know what?
Okay,
It was the studio's first game, so
yeah, I'll go there. Am I running too fast?
um, I think I'm just checking something real quick. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah, carry on. My bad. Where are you?
Bit
Okay.
further in.
No, that's cool. I'm coming.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just
Oh,
sorting.
okay. Oh, you're too far. Oh, okay. So it wants you to.
Sorry, I'm coming. That's my bad. I had to sort out something with the live stream. make sure the audio is working properly. Okay, I'm with you. Continue.
Okay.
Right.
This crossroads, left or right? The right.
Go right.
Okay.
Nothing there.
Oh, let's go to. Well, this person was coming at me.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So let's say that was your first enemy that you defeated. How do you feel about that? How was the combat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty. Oh, this person wants.
Go on, you got him.
What's happening?
Oh, go on, Sanyu. Interesting. Oh, you want to come at
he's
me?
really going at it.
Don't
He's
come at
going
me.
at it.
I'm just gonna back off. I'm gonna have to take out one of these guys because they want smoke. So
Oh wow, I've got this.
how you doing over there?
Yeah. Mm.
What would you say? Is it difficult?
No,
No.
no. It's just like it feels like I'm actually, I'm actually doing it myself. I think the force of like the combat is very I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's not like other games. Like let's say if I play Final Fantasy and I'm Cloud and I'm like,
Yep.
you know, attacking with a sword.
Yep.
It's like okay, Cloud's doing that, but I don't feel like I'm physically doing that. But it's like
I
with
understand what
Absolver,
you
I'm
mean.
like I'm kicking, yeah, and it's
Yep.
like I'm really like going at it.
So the feel of the combat, you say, it feels like it's
Yeah,
got. Would you say weight is the word for it? It's
yeah.
got
There's like a
weight
bit of
behind it.
weight.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a bit of weight when you're like really going at it and trying to
Yep.
dodge. Like it
Yep.
feels
Yep. Okay, that's good. Really good feedback there. And you don't think it's too challenging?
no, no, I
No.
don't.
Okay.
I mean, when
Good.
somebody comes at like level 2000, then yeah, I'm gonna
Oh yeah, of
walk
course.
into a challenge.
When somebody's level 2000, that is challenging. But just playing as you are now, you're feeling quite comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, I feel
Okay, good.
comfortable for a new player to come in and
Yeah. Now I wish, because during the boss
oh,
fights, I can't go
someone's
in with you.
yeah. Oh no. Okay, well, I think this person's I don't know level 2000 or something. Oh no, I got them.
It's like Dragon Ball Z, and its power
Yes,
levels.
over
It's like
9,000.
he's
Like,
over
what's
9,000.
happening? Yeah,
There
literally.
are definitely some people out here who are level 9,000 plus, so you be careful. But
Oh, I
I'm
leveled
with
up.
you. I'm not the strongest, but I'm something. I'm 2,000 something.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, you're not like okay, so where do I see my level? What
Okay,
would I have to do?
so what you need to do if you go to meditation,
Okay.
yeah, and it should immediately bring out the levels and your stats.
I am level 6 now. I think I am.
Now, Sanyu, let me
Hmm?
ask you a question. You call yourself a gamer. You love your video games, don't you?
When did I say I call myself a
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I call myself a
I'm just
gamer.
saying. Yeah, in
Yeah,
theory.
yeah.
I'm joking.
I play, yeah, in theory, yes, of
You,
course,
you,
more
you
than
play your
probably
video
like someone
games.
that's not touched. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How often would you, for instance, go online and go onto Discord and
On
I
Discord.
don't
I
know,
mean, I
yeah,
made an
just
account.
okay.
I made an account, I think sometime last year. I could be wrong. Um, and
And with your
I
Discord,
needed,
do you ever find yourself joining a gaming community?
I think so.
think so.
I
Okay.
mean, I don't want to use my time to literally like log in and try and find my Discord information,
No,
but
of course not. No.
um, but yeah, I mean, I'm open for that. I mean, that's what gaming is about. I mean, we play games, we play video games on our own, but it's good to just join people like what we're doing,
I know. You're
actually
absolutely right.
in real
It's
time,
good to
like
be part of
play
it.
with real people instead of NPCs.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. Yeah. When you've got the leveling up system here and you look in, what I can see right now is the attributes. I don't know if you can see the same
Mhm.
thing.
Meditation. Yeah, I see attributes. I
Now,
see my character XP.
is it clear to you how you should be leveling up? What are your
Um,
impressions?
there's my strength and dexterity.
Dexterity. Come on, I know you can
Yeah,
read, son. You come on.
I can read. I've passed my GCSE.
Yes, you did.
Uh, yeah, I mean,
It
I'm
doesn't.
sure that I need to improve my XP, max
Okay.
it, and then I level up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have to, as any time you get some freedom over how you level up, you need to decide how you want to level up.
Oh,
Would
right.
you?
I see. I
Would
see.
you?
I see what you.
Okay. Would you know from looking at this, like how you should be leveling up your character?
I'll be just kind of
Well, what would you? How
maxing
would
it.
you level up your character, basically? Well, you've got some. You must have some points now. Just tell me. I wish I
My
could. I
strength
wish I
is
could.
9.
So you want to increase your strength?
Yeah, but then I feel
Go on, take your time. Speak what's on your mind.
so will is the lowest. I feel like I have enough will.
Do you understand what will does?
According to Absolver, then strain my eyes. Um, Storing and releasing tech shards requires a significant mental effort. Increase the quantity of tension caught and stored in the shard when performing a successful defensive ability. So, from just seeing the way I fight,
Yeah,
um, I think I want to know how to evade better. So like I'm a bit like when I'm ambushed, I'm like like it's all coming at me. Um,
sure.
but I don't think that's under will. I think that maybe might be
Well, do you mind if I interject?
yeah, sure.
So that wouldn't be underworld. That's just
Yeah, it
practice.
wouldn't. Yeah.
That's practice, and there's no way around it. I think in this game, and it's the reason why people who are over 9,000 or whatever they do so well is because they've got more practice than you. You know, it's a very good feeling combat system. I will say that it's great. I
Mm.
think I've rarely found a combat system as good a feel to it, but it's also very complicated and very technical as well. And so even such things as learning to evade properly, that comes from knowing what attacks come out and what kind of properties they have.
Yeah.
So, for instance, one attack might be evaded in a different way from another attack, and you'll need to
Yeah.
learn each attack and its properties so that you can evade or defend against it properly. So, for instance, I'm Windfall player, and if you come out of meditation for a second, I'm just giving you a little bit of a lesson. I don't want to overload you with information, but if you come out of
Okay.
here, yeah, and I think I'm glad I get to tell you this because the game doesn't really tell you this, and I think this is a an important lesson that everybody has to learn. As a Windfall player, I can do these. These are my defensive abilities. That's something different what you're doing. If you lock onto me,
do I lock onto?
I believe it's R1. If it's not R1, then it's L1.
L1's giving me.
Okay, R1. I should have
No,
a little
it's not
triangle.
R1.
I should have a little triangle above my head, a little white
Yeah,
triangle.
you have that. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, you've locked on.
So I want you to, yeah. When you press square,
Okay.
there's a different, because it's a punch to my head.
Mm.
I could either dodge to the side because
Yeah,
it's a
you can
straight
dodge it.
punch, or
Yeah.
with that particular punch, because it's aimed at my head, I can duck below it. So go on, do it. Lock onto me. Are you locked on?
Okay. Yeah, I've locked on. I've been locked on, but
You see?
yeah, you do.
Okay. Now, I want you to hold L2.
Okay.
Use the right stick. What does it do?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see what
Yes.
you're doing there? Your defensive ability will block any attack from the right or to the left.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to block.
You hit me.
I want you to block this attack. Okay? I'm just going to do the same attack. Okay? You're getting the timing wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
Nice. Okay, I want you to block this attack. Not that attack. Not that attack. Yeah, block this attack. Go on. Okay, so you can see which direction it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with your ability, it really depends what direction the attack is coming from.
Yeah.
You see? But now, for you to be consistent with your defensive abilities, you need to know, basically, and get a feel for every attack that I do. Are you ready? So I'm going to do a combo, and I just want you to block one attack, okay? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel I'm ready.
Okay. You got one. Nice
You
one.
go.
Now,
Yeah.
did you feel like you knew what you're doing there, or was it a bit of a lucky panic?
No. No, I knew what I was doing. Just have to
Okay.
get used to the movement. It's just
Did you
guessing.
know, so you were guessing which direction the attack was coming
No.
from?
Yeah,
You
where you're
was.
coming from because
Okay.
you
I was,
decide.
let's be frank, I was going very fast, wasn't I?
Yeah, or
And those moves were coming from
manageable.
manageable goods.
Yeah,
Were they coming from random directions? Nice.
a little bit.
Okay. If I come at you and you've never seen my moves before, how many attacks would you be able to block, do you reckon?
I'm blocking them now, or kind of. Oh, well, you got me.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, helpful.
Okay. It's good that you got some parries. It's well done. I think what I'm trying to get at here is, let's say if I were to attack you full on.
Oh, I'm blocking you. Oh, wow.
Well, if you hold L2, you can block, but it takes away your stamina. But you can see,
It gives me a bit of momentum to be able to
yeah,
save myself and
yeah, nice. Come on. Okay. Well, that's kind of an introduction to defending yourself. Okay. How do you feel? Do you feel a little bit more confident knowing how to defend?
yeah, I do. I do.
Okay,
Actually feel more.
good. Do you feel like in a game like this, it would be
Oh, there's
because you
someone here
obviously there is somebody here. He's
in
just an
real
enemy.
time.
He's just an enemy. You can fight him because he's purple. He's strong. So
Oh wow, really?
yeah.
Oh
Don't forget to block and to defend if you feel like you have to.
yeah. Ugh.
Right, he's trying to find
He
me.
was trying to come after you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Do you want to carry on fighting him? No, don't.
Yeah, I do.
Did you respawn?
Yeah.
Okay. Next time, let me pick you up. Okay. But it's lucky that you started back in.
Oh, that's right. So if I do respawn, it will take me to a random
It
location.
might take you to it might take you not to another location, but to this same location, but without me in it, possibly. So best thing to do is to let me revive you. Now, when we come to the defensive abilities, and I taught you kind of a little bit about how to block and how to defend, you think you would have picked it up from the gameplay? Like, do you think the game has taught you adequately how to do that system? Or do you think, it was much more helpful and understandable the way I taught you?
I think the way you taught me was pretty, I'm doing it in real time.
Yeah. Do you feel like the
So I'm
game
able
has
to,
properly explained how to defend properly?
no, it kind of throws you in a little bit.
It
Like,
throws you
okay,
in a little
let's
bit.
kind of figure it out, but everyone's different because I'm sure, you
Yeah,
know,
you're
there's a
absolutely right.
system where you could practice.
You're absolutely right. I think a lot of what Absolver did in the early stages was that there were a few people who learned and experienced how to play the game. And what they did was decided that they wanted to teach the newer players how to play the game as well. And I myself was in your position, learning the basics of how to play the game properly. But
So what does that,
the game itself doesn't really teach people how to play, and it's dependent on the community deciding that they want to help one another.
yeah,
Okay,
I
so
think
I
it's really,
go on,
no, I was just adding to what you're saying. I think it's a
please.
really great way for people to connect and actually work together and support, especially new people like myself.
You're
I think that
absolutely
is
right.
a great way to
You're
do
absolutely
that.
right. It's a great way for the community to learn and grow and develop together. But let me ask you a question. If, for instance, you bought this game and you wanted to play it, but there's nobody here to assist you, do you think you would ever learn those techniques?
If I didn't have anyone to assist,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I would have.
If
I think it
you,
would have
if
taken a little while for me to figure it out on my own.
Do you think it would have been beneficial for you to have some kind of tutorial covering that?
Yeah,
Some kind of
100%. I think
maybe
that's
some kind of
that's quite
training mission.
usual.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's quite a usual thing in games.
it's quite a usual thing in games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this game's quite fortunate in that there were a few individuals at the start who were willing to teach people. But those people have since moved on, and so a lot of people, newer players, don't find that help unless they know where to look, which is on Reddit or Discord. Um, but it's something that I just wanted to point out as we play this, because I'm really interested to hear your opinion. Um, so let's have a look at this guy. Come on, let's carry on playing. I'm just going to keep watching you. If there's any help you need, just let me know.
Well, that was it.
Good,
Yeah, so as a sort of
good.
sword, it's
Well,
a bit more
personally,
rusty.
personally, I would use the ninja sword if I were you, but I just
What?
think I'm a little bit biased towards ninja swords.
Oh, there's
Shall we
someone there
continue?
too.
Or do
Yeah,
you-
let's keep moving forward. Oh, there's a couple people. Oh no.
Are you okay? Well done.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, sorry,
yo,
sorry, sorry,
yo,
sorry, sorry.
yo, yo, yo.
That was an
Okay,
accident.
okay, okay.
It took my
Oh,
sword.
that's okay. So I'm gonna let you take the lead. I don't want to lead you too much. I will if I see
Okay.
you're kind of
Yeah,
at a
struggling.
standstill. But
The camera. One thing about the game right now is the oh no, it's locked on you. Oh, wondering why is my
you found your camera a bit difficult.
yeah. Oh, this person evaded. Ah, ah, no. On the
Stay
ground.
there, stay there, stay there. He's gonna kill me in a second.
Yeah, they're really going at it.
Yeah, I got killed.
Oh
Oh,
no.
that's terrible. Okay, respawn. Oops, that's an embarrassment to me. No, we didn't see that. We didn't see that. Okay, luckily we're
Yes,
still in the same
yes, the
area.
rest of us. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you feel about that encounter? Can I just ask you?
Felt ambushed. I felt ambushed, but
Yeah.
it
So
seems that a lot of people are working together and they're, supporting each other. So to them, I'm just an enemy that's come from nowhere. So,
well, they're NPCs. They're not real players.
oh really?
Yeah,
Oh no, I fell.
you did.
Can't respawn me again.
Can I make an observation?
Yeah, sure.
So I saw the if we go over there, I saw something interesting from the NPCs that were fighting you, and I think it was the
Okay.
first time I noticed the NPC dodged one of your attacks.
Yeah.
So
When I
usually up
walked
until
in, right?
yeah, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
kill this guy because he started problems with me. I think I'm gonna take a little bit more of an active role.
Okay.
I don't even know what moves I'm using. Oh man. Okay. Um, yeah, it was the first time somebody dodged one of your attacks. Did you feel like? Do you feel like you know how to respond to that? Do you know how to kind of deal with that in the fight? I'm
Um.
gonna kill the second guy for you. You can just
Okay.
fight the guy with the actual boss.
Yeah. Okay. I
How do you feel about that fight?
feel like I could have been better. I mean, if you could you? Oh, oh, they're still there. Oh, thank
Keep
you.
going, keep going. Go on, you got it. You got it. Nice. Good job.
Uh,
Good job.
oh,
Well done. How did you feel about
bit
that fight?
sweaty,
Was it
a
tough?
bit sweaty, a little bit,
It's
a little
more
bit sweaty, but
it's more difficult than the other encounters you've had so far, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, it was a bit. Oh, there's two up here. How did you find the other one?
It was easy for me. I think when I was in your position, I struggled with this fight as well. So, can I just say, the AI for that fight is a lot more complicated. Not too much more complicated, but it's definitely more advanced. Go on, please lead. I'll just narrate. That AI that you just fought was capable of dodging. Got it? Your fight is like you went all the way down the cliff. That's quite amusing. So with the AI being with the AI being a bit more complicated, it was able to dodge your attacks. Did you find that was do you find you knew how to deal with that appropriately, or were you just hoping that maybe he wouldn't dodge enough of your attacks?
No, it was appropriate. I mean, I'm always hopefully gonna get better over time, but
Yeah,
this is literally this isn't my first time playing Absolver, but it's been
sure.
my first time in a while.
Okay.
So I am,
Go on,
yeah.
lead on, lead on. I'm following you.
Oh,
Ah,
sorry. That
okay,
was intentional.
okay.
Okay. Oh, you dodged that.
Wow,
Oh no.
and me as well.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Sorry, that was me leading you to that.
No, it's fine. Go on. I'm following you.
But they're still there. Gonna run past only
You're gonna
because
run past? Okay,
demonstrated.
can do that.
Yeah, because I already done.
Don't want to fight these guys again. Okay.
I want to like progress the area. Like
Okay.
already.
Yeah, sounds good.
I want to give the viewers a bit of a different scenery.
Sure. It's very considerate. I don't really care about reviews as much as I should really, but
Oh, there's anyone that's watching. Like,
yeah,
come on,
there
man.
might be somebody watching. So yeah, sorry viewer, if you're watching. Um, okay. Yeah. Okay. Punching jaws.
Yeah, you never. I mean, I'm so used to games where there's something in there.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. Okay.
so Andrew, tell the people like what type of games you enjoy. Like,
Ah,
what
yeah.
was this?
Okay.
What was your first video game?
My first video game was Pokemon Yellow.
Like,
Um,
very, very first like video game.
yeah, that was Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Yellow on the Game Boy. It wasn't even a Game Boy Color. And I
Mine
remember
was
having a little.
blue.
Oh, was it? That was your first ever Pokemon?
Not first, not first. No, no. Tomb Raider 3 was my first, but Game Boy was Pokemon. But yeah, so yours was yellow.
Yep, it was Pokemon Yellow, and I think I had a couple of other games on the Game Boy as well. Um, but yeah, I remember spending ages trying to figure out how to beat Brock, who's the first gym. He's literally uses rock type Pokemon, and at the time I was
Yeah.
only really training my Pikachu, and Pikachu doesn't really do any damage to rock type Pokemon. And then I figured out I discovered a Mankey, which is a fighting type Pokemon, and basically type matchups play a huge difference. And I was able to finally beat Brock, and yeah, I went on from there really. Um, this was before the times of Googling and figuring out what you need to do.
Yeah,
This
it
was
had
the time.
the little not walkthrough, but it had the like the little
I didn't have anything like that.
magazine type
I
of.
didn't have
You didn't
anything.
have that?
No, yeah, that's what you would buy like guides or maybe magazines.
Yeah, like I had
You
a
wouldn't
little
just
guide
readily
and
readily kind of go online and say what do I do here. Which it's a great thing. It's a great thing to have. But you would have to learn how to progress. And I think some people do still have that inclination within them where if the ability to progress isn't immediately apparent, then it's 50-50 whether they'll actually research how to progress online or if they'll actually just say, well, you know what, this isn't even worth the effort. Which
Yeah.
some people do, and quite a lot of people do actually decide, well, this is not worth the effort. I don't even want to research this method, especially if it's not clearly provided to you in the game. Back with Pokemon Yellow, just to give some context, there's like up until that point, there's probably maybe 20, maybe 30 Pokemon that's available to catch, and I happened to come across the one Pokemon. Maybe there's another Pokemon, but that one Pokemon that was able to defeat the Rock type gym. So if you didn't know the type matchups, which to be honest with you wasn't really explained to me
Hmm.
up until that point in the game, then you won't really know how to progress in that game, and you might just give up. And I can see a lot of people my age at that time probably wouldn't have continued to play Pokemon the way I did. But through perseverance and not wanting to give up, obviously I loved video games at the time. And then from there, I begged my uncle for PlayStation 1. I got that, and I think I was playing things like Croc, Legend of
Yeah.
Agobo, and Rayman, and Final Fantasy 7. I wasn't allowed to play Metal Gear Solid because I was too young. But yeah, it
Of
was
course. I
it
mean, that
was
was
like
the right decision.
yeah. So it was like that for me. Now, Sanyu, I'm just going to warn you here. This is your first boss,
Oh,
and I
I
can't. I
need to
can't.
heal.
You need to heal.
You can't join me. You can't join me in the boss fights. Yeah,
I,
you're right.
I cannot. I cannot. And you know what else? I would recommend. I'm just going to say this for your sake. Where are you? Come here.
I'm here.
Where?
I'm
Follow me.
here. I'm here.
Follow me.
I'm
Follow me.
right here.
Follow me. I'm just going to help you out here. Use this.
Oh, amazing.
Okay. Right. Do
Oh,
you
thank you.
now? I'm going to give you some advice as well. Have you leveled up? Because I haven't seen you
Yeah, I
I haven't seen you meditate. Have you leveled up at all? And if you
yeah,
have,
I did. I did like two, three times. So
yeah,
let me just confirm what my level is now.
just do your stats
I'm
and your
level 9
attributes.
now.
Make sure you try to increase your attributes and whatnot.
Let me do that. So, but it's not good to max out everything because it makes, is that,
You won't be able to
would you
max out.
advise against
You
that?
won't be able to max out everything. I'm just gonna answer the question because I kind of wanted to kind of let you try to progress as much as possible, but I'm gonna answer the question. With your leveling, you want to look at what effect it will have on your character's stats. So, for instance, your health, your stamina, and your different attacks. Those are things that you really want to build up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really good to kind of understand and like show people.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Do you feel like you understood that from reading what information has been presented to you?
I could make a gist of it, like,
Could make a gist of
strength,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I could just be like, okay, you
yeah.
wanna
Now, do
quite
you,
similar
so
to
so
like
you
when
know
you're
you
upgrading a weapon.
yeah, so you know what each stat does. Do you know how to level them up properly?
No,
Okay.
not
So do
each
you
one
have any
specific.
idea what you should be kind of building towards?
No, I mean, I would imagine, getting, really good grade points, like as B, C stuff.
Yeah.
Is there S rank on these, or
There
is
might
it
be.
not an S rank?
I'm not too sure actually. Those are actually, and I don't think this has been described to you either, but those are based on your class.
Oh, okay.
So right now you're Forsaken,
Yeah.
and if you go to your attributes, you can press R1 and you can change your moves. It would be really helpful if I could actually just broadcast what you're doing on your screen.
I know, right?
Um, if I share screen, does that actually?
Would that work? Should I share my
I
screen?
don't know. Let's see.
I've started share screen.
Okay, I can see what you're doing. Um, but I think the video is paused, so nobody else can see. Yeah, so nobody else can see what you're doing, but I can see what you're doing. Um, okay, well, I can see, so that's better than nothing. If you press R1 one more time, it's going to bring you to the combat styles. So you can press that, and those are your different combat styles. So you've unlocked Windfall because I'm Windfall. You've chosen Forsaken as well. So you can switch between those two. Now, your stats will be dependent on what class you choose. Now, if you press R1 again, this is the combat deck, and this is where you can change what attacks you use. So if you if you go to practice, yeah, as you can see, it's showing you the basic punch kick combo that you've been using this whole time. Now, if you pause it again, you can edit your moves. Yes. So you can actually learn your attacks in this game. I think what's happened is you may not have seen this because this is basically what's explained in the tutorial when you last played the tutorial about 5 years ago. So you may have missed some of these basics, but this is basically the attacks that you've learned so far, and it also shows you how to unlock new attacks as well. So you see, yeah, you've already got it equipped.
Got that. The winged back kick.
So I think you do not have the full sequences. For me, I have a different screen to what you have. I'm just gonna share the screen on my thing so you can have a look at what I'm dealing with. Because I'm a higher level, mine looks a bit different to yours. Can you see?
Yeah.
Right. So this is what mine looks like. As you can see, I've got more selection.
Yeah, you got
I've
you
also
got a
got
lot of things. Everything's unlocked.
everything's unlocked. So it's different to what you're dealing with. But essentially, if you exit meditation, I'm just going to teach you a mechanic. I can't remember if this taught you. If you come out of meditation, I'm going to show you something.
I'm still watching your screen. Okay, let me.
Yeah. So I want you to hold the block button.
Okay.
As I'm hitting you, is there a little bar showing up with like the icon of moves and attacks?
No, it's not.
Nothing showing up on your screen when I attack you.
No, it's just the attack me again. It's just the guards. It's just the,
It's just your
you
stamina.
know, yeah, it's just the,
So nothing is showing up.
no, just my stamina.
Okay.
Just the blue
I want you
guard
to
stuff.
block this. Use your parry, which is with the right stick,
Okay, yeah,
from this attack. Okay. Come on. You got it.
yeah,
Parry
yeah,
it. Parry it. Parry.
yeah, I am.
No,
What's
with
happening?
the
It's
right
just,
stick. The right stick.
yeah, I know, I know. I'm doing it, and it's
You need to lock onto me.
okay. Yeah, here we go.
Yep. Is there anything showing up on your screen?
Yeah, now it's showing. It showed showing
Does it
what you're
show the
doing.
attack? Does it show the attack?
Yeah, yeah, it's
So
showing it
basically,
in
what's
blue.
happening is you're unlocking this attack. When that thing reaches
Oh,
full,
right.
when it reaches full, this is how you learn attacks in this game.
So how do I? So by doing that, is it a thing where let's say do I like earn back?
You need to beat me up because if it fills up, then yes. But if you get knocked out, then all the progress you've made gets cancelled. So you need to actually beat me up.
Okay.
You need
All
to
right,
beat
let
me
me
up.
just.
You can't. You need to beat me up
Oh.
because once you started a fight, you can't just run away and use the altar. You need to stick around and fight.
Okay, you attack me.
No, because if you die, then all that progress is gone. You have to knock me out the whole way.
Okay.
Why don't you let your stamina recharge?
Oh, you're right.
It's probably a good idea. Okay. Did you learn anything, or
Yeah, no, I did. I
did
did.
did
I
you
learned
unlock
that.
did you unlock the move?
I'm not sure. I thought you mean did I like mentally learn anything just from
Oh,
that?
yeah, of course you mentally
With
learnt anything. That's
yeah,
good.
mentally learn.
Alright.
But
Okay, so well, I'm not gonna sit here and teach you how to do how to. I'm not gonna teach you the new moves that you need to beat this guy. What I want you to do is go into meditation, and you don't have to sit at the altar to go into meditation. You can literally just pause it.
okay.
Go into
There's the
meditation.
combat
Combat
deck.
deck, yep. Now, because you're my school, there should be one that says bare hands, and
Yeah,
number one should be highlighted, which is your deck. And then at the far right, there should be a blue triangle.
yeah. Clicked it.
That's my deck.
Okay.
And pardon me, if you look at the sword, it should be the same thing. There should be a blue triangle.
No, there isn't.
There isn't. It's because you need
Yeah.
to unlock it.
Same with war gloves as well. There is. Um, I'm on the deck. So to unlock that, I'll have to what would I have to do? Would I just have to
You unlock it. You
power
unlock
out
it
the
as
sword?
you now as you level up in my as one of my students.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you now to um, fight the boss, really. And I just
Okay.
want you to. I wish I could somehow
Share screen the
demonstrate.
fight.
Yeah, I wish I could. Okay, go for the boss fight anyway. I'm gonna also do it, but just talk about your experience.
Okay. I'm gonna visually narrate what's happening for you guys. So, two individuals that are looking down at me. They're approaching me. Okay. So, what's happening now, guys, is I am trying to survive. Fighting two people, two individuals with fur scarves on. What is this? Okay. Okay. So, right now, guys, my stamina's a bit low. So, right now, oh, I blocked that. So, I'm trying my best to block. My stamina's charged up. Alright, I need to run. I need to run away. Help! Help! Okay. So, I was in a corner, guys. And they got me. But
I got you.
yeah.
Are you
But I
dead
want to go
then?
back into that fight. Yeah, yeah. Where are you now? Oh no. How do I?
Oh, I
I'm
died
back
as
at the
well.
altar.
I died as well.
You fight them too?
I'm still in the fight. Yeah, they won't let me leave. Go on, you carry on. You carry on trying to
Yeah,
beat them.
I'm gonna try my best.
I don't know what.
They love the double pairing, like, you know, fights. Like, okay, you get it. Oh, that was a strong kick. No! Okay, okay. Got me a second time. Fool me once. Fool me twice. Okay, I'm gonna do it a third time. Is there a name for the this boss so that those that can't see, I mean, they can see your screen? But I was just thinking for those who,
Kirgul and Khan. I think anybody who's familiar with the game
yeah,
will know. Since you're fighting two, they'll know what kind of boss you're fighting.
I would have suggested for them to go on YouTube maybe.
But I'm fighting them as well.
Oh, okay.
But I think I'm fighting them at a bit of a higher level. And also, I don't know what kind of moves I'm using because they're pretty bad.
You're pretty bad?
No, my moves. I'm bad. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm not great at this game. I have to be honest. I'm like a respectable amount of skill.
Yeah, I mean, you're
For,
better than most people. Quite good, don't you know?
yeah, most
Undersell
people.
yourself.
Yeah, but far away from the best.
No, you're definitely good.
But the only reason I'm better than most people is simply because most people are not very good. I have to be. In comparison to, some of the people out there.
That's like all games. Well, it depends on the type of game, but
You're right.
like, have you defeated them? Yours?
No. How are you doing?
On my fourth try.
On your fourth try.
Oh,
Have you
good
taken
stuff.
down one of them?
Now, almost on my second one, almost. Oh man, come on. Ooh. Oh, I tried it. No! On the sword. No! Oh man. Almost. I'm almost going. I think a tip for anyone starting out, really watch your stamina.
Yeah,
I
good.
think sometimes you get so into the fight and you're just trying to survive and dodge, but even dodging takes your stamina, so I think
Yeah, it's
that's it.
really good. It's a really good observation. And how many fights in did you
I'm on my fifth.
on your fifth? Okay.
Yeah,
No, I mean it's good.
but
You know, if it's not something that occurs to you, if you're not used to a stamina management, you know, I think these are things that a lot of people take for granted. Like I'm quite used to it because you know I play like Elden Rings and my
yeah, you're used to watching your
yeah
stamina and
yeah
evading and stuff.
I know how it is, and especially not just from evading but also from attacking too.
Yeah,
So if you realise that your stamina is running low, then you simply just back up, let it recover.
yeah. Oh, they got me.
Even I'm
Oh.
struggling with this one, so don't feel bad.
Hmm? You don't feel bad?
No, don't feel bad because I'm struggling as well. I can't
Do,
feel
do,
it.
do, do,
I
do,
can't
do,
beat
do.
these guys. These guys have got me.
I know, right?
You guys have
The
got
way
me.
they programmed it, it's very.
Yeah.
The way they programmed it, it's very oh,
So, as an advanced player, the one thing that I would say is that in this game, it's very difficult to fight two opponents in a coordinated fashion.
mm,
Because
yeah,
and they've improved on it in their second game, which was Sifu. But in Absolver
yeah.
itself, when you're up against two players, you can't really wow, you can't really coordinate properly
Which
how to fight two
which
people.
which one are you on?
I'm fighting the same boss that you are. Pardon me.
Ah.
I got me again. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's just going on and on.
And do you feel like there's anything you can do to improve, or is it not very clear what you're doing wrong?
No. I need to implement the blocks that I actually learned.
So you
And it
okay?
helps
So
in
it's
some of
just
them.
a bit of you having to be a bit more consistent.
It's a me thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I know exactly what
a
you mean.
me thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. Now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course you can.
Do you feel like the game has presented you with enough opportunity to master,
Master the game.
well, to master the things that you know you're lacking in?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it does. From this, I do believe that just through consistency. Because if you're like myself, if it's like a thing where you played in 2020 during like
Yeah.
the pandemic or whatever, and then you're playing it now, yeah, I was already rusty, but then you're even more kind of rusty. But I think with a bit of consistency, so that you're not as dry on it. I think, yeah, it's a way to get better. At least what you've learned stays with you a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So how far in are you? Would you say in this
I'm
game?
still fighting.
You're still fighting. What is it? Your sixth or seventh attempt?
Yeah, maybe my
That's okay.
seventh attempt.
That's okay. No,
Could
don't
be.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. It took me a while. But, like, do you feel like with the amount of time we've played, we've been playing for an hour now, and you come across this boss, do you feel like the game has prepared you? Do you feel like your
For it.
skill, do you feel like
No,
your skill level,
I don't think so.
you don't think so?
But I don't know if it's done it in a way forcing me to not to grow up, but kind of like,
Learn
kind
and
of throw.
adapt and you throw
Yeah,
you into the
yeah,
deep end. I know what you mean.
because
So
sometimes that way
I'll give you an
works.
analogy. You're right, sometimes it works, but let me give you an analogy. Yeah. So there was a picture that I saw once, and it was basically learn how to draw an owl in 2 steps. And so the first step is you draw 2 circles, and then the second step is you draw the owl, and the second step is like literally the most detailed owl you've ever seen. But the first step is literally draw 2 circles. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give you my observation by watching you play it, yeah? And this is from an
Okay.
experienced player. I've seen you punch in, I've seen you kick in, you felt how great and responsive the combat is,
Yeah.
but you have not demonstrated any of the advanced techniques whatsoever. I know, because there are a lot of advanced techniques, and sometimes I forget to implement them as well, and that's why I struggled, you know?
Yeah. When you did in the beginning,
Because I haven't played this
was
game
it a thing where you
in a while.
just was it a thing where you
Well,
just
this is
went
it.
in and just
No, because when it came to the advanced techniques, I relied on somebody spending hours sitting with me and teaching me what to do and how to do it. So come on, when you next die and it asks you to retry, say no.
It's the fact that it's when I next die.
Yeah, well, it's not an if, it's a when. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. Oh wow, did like a spin fly kick at me. Oh, okay. All right. It's all good.
Okay.
I'm an Arsenal household, so it's a bit intense right now.
They're screaming about the football. Oh, what's the score?
Yeah.
I need your team to
It's
lose.
two
I need your team to
it's
lose.
2-1.
So who?
It's
Don't wait, don't
2-1. It
say,
was
don't say.
1-1 and everyone was panicking because it's like 90 minutes extra time.
Oh, no way. Don't tell me Arsenal scored again. Oh,
Any Arsenal viewers
ah,
probably
there's
know.
no. 90 minutes plus
Anyone
4.
that would.
Own goal, 90 minutes plus 4. That's ridiculous. Oh, man.
I'm out now.
Arsenal can't be
Um,
allowed. Arsenal can't be allowed to win
yeah,
the trophy.
everyone just has this
Uh,
agenda against Arsenal. It's
Bro, it's
just
like no, it's not that we have an agenda. I'll say one thing. Yeah,
it's an
they've
agenda.
accomplished one thing is that they've united the whole of England against them. So that's quite an accomplishment, I'll say.
Oh my gosh. I'm outside. I'm
Yeah,
by the altar.
you won't see me. I'm gonna invite you
You want me
again.
to find you? You wanted to
I need to invite you
progress it a
again.
little bit?
No, I'm not gonna progress it. I'm just gonna show you this. This is essentially what everybody has to go through when they want to progress in this game. Some people won't. Some people find other ways to do it. But this is how the majority of us do learn how to do this. And that's simply me and you sitting down and learning how to fight right here.
Yeah.
Now, I think you personally probably need to increase your stats a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're getting anywhere in that fight? Did you manage to take out one of them at least?
Almost. It's always an
Almost.
almost, like they're literally,
Yeah.
and then one will hit me from behind.
Okay. So first off, I want to help you increase your stats because what are you, level 9 now?
I'm what level? Let me actually another altar now.
You can pray. You don't have to
Oh no,
check
I
out the
can.
altar.
Yeah, meditate. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see. I'm still 9.
Okay,
Almost.
let's level you
Almost.
up. I think for this boss fight in particular, I want you to be at least level 20. So
Okay.
let's say we'll come back to that one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, but the other thing that you need to learn is, and this is the thing that makes Absolver require thousands of hours, is literally sitting down and learning and practicing. Because
Yeah.
the game is quite simple in the opportunities it allows you to train. And it's either,
Yeah.
these types of fights, which are actually pretty easy, if you want to go ahead. They're mildly challenging. These guys, they don't require much for you to beat them. You see?
I leveled up.
Well, nice one. See, these guys don't require much for you to beat them whatsoever. And you can do
Yeah.
that. And it's fun to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is. It's fun.
It
It's fun
is.
to beat these types of guys up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's an enjoyable
I mean, not in real
experience.
life, but yeah, it's,
No, not
yeah.
in real life.
Just to make it clear to everyone, not in real life, but not just pick fights with random people. But in the game, it's very controlled.
Yeah.
And quite strong.
Don't worry. Stay there. You can chain your attacks.
I could chain them, like
Yeah. I'm
almost
gonna.
like a combo way.
Yeah. I'm gonna demonstrate it to you in a second. If you go behind me, I'm gonna fight this guy. Go behind me. Okay. You see how I flash gold? Am I flashing gold on your screen?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Do you do that in meditation? Like, do you?
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know this game? It is also, there's an aspect of it that you would appreciate because I know you like your rhythm games. There is a bit of a rhythm game going in here. Now, I want you to put the sword down first of all. Press down on the D-pad. Down. Just press down. Drop it.
I thought that was me. My bad. Sorry.
No, drop it. Press down on the D-pad.
All right. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I want you to hit me. Does your controller vibrate when you hit me?
No,
No.
it hasn't. It hasn't actually vibrated. Throughout. Maybe it's just my settings.
There's no vibration, not even a tiny little one.
None. None.
Have you got your vibration on your controller? If you go to options and go to gameplay, There's a thing there called input, and it will say vibration strength.
It's on max. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
It's
When I hit
working
you,
fine. Like,
does
oh,
it
I feel it.
vibrate?
Yeah, I felt it. I
Felt
felt
that
it.
one.
Sorry, maybe
When
I
you
got
hit,
numb to it.
when you hit me, do something. When you hit me, can you feel it?
Yeah, a little bit.
So the trick is, you need to anticipate when that vibration is going to come, and you need to press the attack button when the vibrate at the same time of the vibration. So when you punch, it will vibrate, and you need to hit immediately when that vibrate is happening. You have to anticipate it and press it at the same
When
time.
you're hitting me, right?
No, when you're hitting me, when you hit
Okay. But
anybody,
when I hit you, I'm already hitting, so like I'm pressing square.
yeah, but
It's
you can't.
vibrating automatically
But
because
don't mash the button. What you
okay.
need to do, and the game barely tells you this, but you need to, yeah, you see you flash gold once. You can't, what you need to do, and another way to think of it is when your attack is hitting the opponent. Yeah. So you need to learn how to do that. That would
Attacking?
be,
Oh well, okay.
that's another thing that takes a lot of time to master. But you know, it's at your own pace, really. You might still be able to win the game without learning how to do that. But if you carry on
Yeah,
playing,
but it's useful.
it is useful. And if you, so long as you're aware of it,
Oh,
maybe
you
sometimes you'll
saw
be able to
that,
pull
right?
it off. I did, yeah. Well done.
Yeah. It's life not showing. Dodgy. Oh, there we go. 6-1. Alright, okay, alright. Alright, easy, easy.
See, there's going to be something. I'm going to have to fight this guy. Can you
Okay.
watch?
Yeah, I'm watching.
I don't think he wants to fight anymore. Oh, he does.
Oh, of course he was. Why you got a full outfit?
Get
I
behind
want
me.
to get
Get
full
behind me.
outfit.
Go on, you fight him. You fight him.
Yeah, I got this guy. Alright, oh wow, okay. Okay, he's coming at me.
Wow, yo, wow, 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 yo, wow, yo, wow. Really and truly, I'm bailing you out too much. Because this is the
Yeah, I
thing
know.
about this game. The game is, it does put you, what I'm observing, and it's really helpful for me to see you do this as well, because there's certain things that I'm seeing which you're not picking up on. The majority of the enemies you can beat because they've been designed to be not like easy to beat, but they're not very aggressive. You know, they don't punch very hard, they don't kick very hard. They literally just do the same 2 or 3 attacks in a row, and they
Yeah,
barely block and they barely dodge.
yeah.
Yeah. And then there's
They're
some
in
tougher
groups.
enemies, which are either yellow or purple with their health bars, and they are more complex in their behavior. Would you say that's fair to say?
Complex in their behavior.
Yeah.
Um,
You can't come with me in this part.
all right. Oh, you
Um,
spawned somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's just because I've come to a place where you're not allowed to.
Okay.
Um, I think I need to go back. Well, essentially, as I was saying, there's two. There's like a really large skill gap between
Mm-hmm.
the common enemies. Can you invite me to your game?
Yeah. Okay.
Do it. You need to go to the school. Don't do it through social.
Yeah.
Go to the school, and then find my name there.
I'm still in your school. It's just saying leave school. I don't want to leave.
No, you find my name,
Yeah, you're there. It says school, and then
and
according
then
to the system, I'm still in your school.
yeah, but you need to click on my name and then press invite.
Okay.
So if you go to school,
Yeah.
school
Okay.
members, find my name, and it'll say view player profile or invite.
It's just saying view play profile,
So
taking me to the.
if you're on the school menu, and I want you to press R1 until you get to the last icon, and it
School
should say,
members.
yeah, and then my name will be right at the top.
Yeah, but it just says view. It doesn't. The invite is not highlighted.
It's not highlighted.
We're already in school.
All right, where are you?
I've crossed the bridge.
You crossed the bridge. It's because
Yeah, where
went.
we walked.
You crossed the bridge. Okay.
Yeah, across the bridge.
I
I'm
don't know
not so
where
far
you
away.
just disappeared from my game. Um, I think it's the way the party mechanic works.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Oh, there you are, Maxi Blue. Can you come to the altar?
Yeah, I'm at the where am I? Not really so far where we were. Running back.
Um, whereabouts
Am I
are you?
going? Okay, let me know.
I've lost you. Um, this is uh,
Technical difficulties. Um,
to be honest with you, it's okay. You know, there's much worse things to.
yeah, I've already activated the alt. Um,
Um,
trying to find.
I can probably invite you. Nope.
Wait. Okay, I'm at the altar. There I am. Okay, there you are. Okay.
Are you sure that's me?
I don't know if it's you. Could it not be you? There's two people here.
I've just invited you. Um, yeah, the
Just
observation.
accepted the invite.
Good, good, good. The observation I was making though was that there are some AIs which are quite simple, and you're not having any difficulty with those guys. It's the ones that are a bit more complicated.
Yeah.
So follow me. I'm just gonna, and this is what I think the main problem with Absolver is that the game is very basic in its initial entry. Like we can, you can punch me, you can kick me. It's very fun. But then you're gonna come across people who are a lot more complicated to fight.
Yeah.
Focus only on the one with the golden health bar.
Oh, can you help me, please?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Let's go back to the altar. Let's try that again. Because this is essentially the way that you learn.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same approach that you have in something like Dark Souls. And it's basically keep trying until you actually win. Did you win?
Still alive though, but I know this person's been. But I want to defeat this person. Revive me, please, and then.
And you want to carry on fighting?
Yeah, I wanna actually
The thing is, I'm just going to say this, is that if I'm not here, then when you fight this person, every time you die, you have to start from the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his health bar doesn't stay the same. So what essentially is happening now when I revive you is that you can't lose. Because even if he beats you, I think he's probably about to beat you a second time.
Hopefully not. Oh, yeah.
His health doesn't recover. You see what I mean? So you can essentially even get beaten by him a third time, and he will still. So I'm going to revive you, and obviously you probably will win this time.
Yeah.
But the truth is, if I wasn't here to help you, then you'd be fighting him with a full health bar each time.
All right.
Yeah. And this is it. It's how do I say it? It's good to know that when you're with me, it's probably a different experience to if you were doing this by yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you were trying to make your way through this game by yourself, you'd struggle, essentially. You wouldn't be able to play it by yourself. There's things which you should be doing which I haven't revealed to you.
Okay.
And it's because it's in a simple way to put it, there's no intuitive way for you to learn it. Like the game hasn't really taught you how to do this, because essentially what's happening is you're going and you're exploring the location and the area. You're not being taught any information whatsoever.
Yeah.
You're not. The only thing you're learning from is from me, as I'm here and I'm sitting here and I'm explaining and narrating the game to you.
Yeah, because you've played through the game and.
Because I've played through the game, and the things that I've learned, some of the more advanced techniques, I've learned that from other players too. Now, I remember when I first started this game, there's no proximity chat. So it actually depends on me and you becoming friends and speaking privately or on
Yeah.
different facilities. There's no way to have this type of conversation or communication with any random player that you meet. You're just all silent objects and you look at each other and wonder if you're hostile or not, which is fair,
Yeah.
but you have to really go out of your way to look for and find nice, cool people who are willing to help and teach you and to spend time. Like I've spent an hour and a half now trying to explain and teach you how to play the game. And that's an hour and a half of my time. Other people might not be so inclined. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, the ability to kind of learn and pick up how to play and develop as a player is not intuitively taught to you just from the game experience alone. You know, for instance, if I were to say you should probably be looking at gathering up more moves so you can do more than just a basic punch and kick combo. Would that be something that you'd think maybe I should do that to level up and
Yeah, of
be
course,
more capable
because
of
I
fighting?
want to be able to play better and actually, yeah, I want to be able to play better.
Is
It
that
comes,
something that
similar to,
was that something that would have occurred to you if I hadn't pointed it out?
it would have been something that I would have probably tried to figure out.
Eventually,
But yeah, but
yeah,
it is very helpful when you're actually, direct and can actually show me like,
absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? Shout out to the community because there's a great amount of players who would actually love to help you out. There are. But I think the game is in trouble when somebody like you can't or isn't taught that through the game itself. There's no information for you to pick up on. There's no way to learn or to grow without other people feeding into you in this.
yeah,
Which is probably problematic when um, you're depending on other people to help you with the game rather than actually
mm,
being able to grow and progress by yourself. There's also another thing, and it's because of the complexity of the AIs for the bosses. You'll be able to be like this guy, for instance, over there. You have no problem beating him. Go on, finish him.
yeah,
This guy, this guy here. There's a bunch of them now. There's another guy behind you. Like you won't have any trouble with these guys.
yeah, that's not really any good trouble.
You won't have any trouble with those guys. But if you were to fight against, let's say, a boss again, every time you die once, you have to start all the way from the beginning. And that becomes a challenge, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of does. But I think, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, I think maybe it's the way that they kind of forcing, players to actually use their initiative in the
Yeah,
sense of
absolutely.
connecting with players to improve. I think that's done in a way to kind of create. Um, I feel like maybe they could. I don't know. I feel like maybe communicate. I mean, it's done in a way where it's not communicated, but it's communicated in a way like
So,
it's communicated to connect with people,
yeah,
like just through you using your initiative to be like, okay, let me actually
yeah, absolutely.
find
And
someone to.
that is a big focus of the game, is community focal. Like, what you're saying is absolutely true. Now, come here. Let me show you something. Now, it is absolutely true that this is a very community-based game. Now, if it's a community-based game, the reason why I'm talking to you is because of PSN. Now, other people will use Discord from PC because Discord is
Mm,
basically like a party chat.
Yeah.
on PC. There's no way otherwise for us to communicate. If I leave this party, yeah, all you're gonna
I
do
don't
is
know.
you're gonna see one person over here, you're gonna see one person over there, and I'm saying this like hypothetically. There'll be like maybe two
Yeah.
people, other people, and you would have to reach out to them and say, hey, and try to start a dialogue from that way, which is good, you know. Some people will be very nice and welcoming, other people will not be so. What
So
are the
how do you do
chances?
that? Do you just like
You
emote and just, do a
you would
gesture and then
maybe
add them
wave,
and then
and then you'd have to literally go to their profile and start messaging them over PSN.
but it's a lot of effort though, in a way. I mean, this came out what 2017, 2018?
But that's how we did it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then let's say you do find somebody who's willing to teach you a few moves here or there, really and truly, if you want to get better, and this is the pretty much the only way you're going to get better, is if you come here with me and I want you to click on combat trials and then click on join. And now, and I think we're going to probably wrap this up in the next 20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah.
What we do here, and this is how people improves, and this is how I improved, is finding people who are willing to play and spar and train with you for an hour or maybe 2 hours, which is great.
Mm.
Now, I see already you're level 11. You're way under leveled. So I'm just going to treat you now as somebody who basically you're my disciple and I'm going to teach you. Okay? So
How do you do that? Okay.
I'm going to just be like, I always try to be polite when I fight. Now I'll probably say, look, come at me.
How do you do that?
This is like thousands of hours. Now all you do is just aim and wiggle around for right stick. Anyway, come on.
Okay.
So when you first logged on at the start of this stream, you said to me that the first thing you did essentially was come into the combat trials.
Yeah. I started fighting a random,
Yeah,
and it was funny.
it was funny.
I'll send you the video later, but it uh, funny and you'll find it funny.
Sure.
I thought it would be a good way to just kind of remember how to playing someone. Even if I was gonna die in it, but
Yeah. So I just wanted to just end with this. Essentially, for you to learn and get better at the game, this is your best option.
mm.
You know, you have to basically just fight me and beat me. This is really how it is. So what I'm gonna do, and this is what people do,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you, and people still do this today. I'm gonna give you up until 10 matches and just do your best. And I'm going to give you some advice. Like, for instance, learn how to gold link, which is
Yeah.
know when you flash golden.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can
Yeah.
do, you need to be able to do that consistently. Yes, well done. And you need to keep practicing that until you can do it with pretty much every single attack. You see the way I'm doing it? Nice. Okay. And how does this make you feel as a new player?
It makes me feel what being defeated. Um, you know what came to my mind just like a second ago?
Yeah.
Mulan.
Okay.
Like, yeah, and just the metaphor of that is like in the beginning, you may come across as like, very noobish, very like dying all the time.
Yeah.
But eventually, with practice, and not just practice aimlessly, but intentional practice, like you said, like it's just like, okay, I need to work on getting the gold, after knowing that and doing it just
Yeah.
without thinking
Yeah.
and just bettering my evades.
Yeah.
I think I could just get a bit smoother. I'm not saying that like overnight. It's like, yeah, and
Yeah.
I could, beat you first time, but there'll be an improvement,
It will, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what martial arts is. Because I think when this game was first conceptualized and released, there was a lot of emphasis on realism towards the martial arts, and I think this game in particular really encapsulates the journey of a martial artist. Because I have been in a position where I've wanted to kind of improve my technique, improve my kicks, improve my physical conditioning and whatnot. And it's very much
Yeah.
like what you've just described. You start off as a beginner. It's not very much to look at, but at the end of it, you can look like what I'm doing, basically.
Yeah.
But the question is, if I'm not here to describe this stuff to you,
Who is? Or how would I?
do you feel
My
like,
initiative, like
do you
how do
feel
you?
like at some point in the game, you should perhaps have some of these explanations?
I think so.
Because
I think that.
what occurs to me, and again, maybe I'm just being a little bit too looking into it a bit too deeply, and I know the game intentionally wants you to interact with the community. But what occurs to me is, if I'm not here to explain all of this to you, and I'm not sitting here in a combat trials and saying you need to improve this, you need to improve that, essentially what you're doing is you're running around this, what I think is a good environment, a good, stunning, gorgeous map, and you're trying to beat these guys, and you're going to have some luck with some people, and then there's going to be other guys which you're not going to have a lot of luck with at all. And you're not really going to have an explanation as to how or why you can improve to beat them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And of course you can look online.
What's the age? What's the age for this game, actually? I actually didn't look in.
I think it's either a 7 or a 12. I think it's... There's no real violence.
If it's a 7.
There's no bloodshed or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna read some statistics to you.
Okay.
And this is... In fact, I can do this from my phone. Hey buddy. Sorry, my cat's meowing. He's just woken up. Have you woken up?
Oops.
No, it's okay. Come at me.
Okay.
Fine, I can play.
I know how you're stroking your cat whilst they, fighting you.
I'm literally just pressing one
Oh.
button. I'm literally just pressing one button. So, out of all the players who play this game, only 13% won a single match.
13% out of 100.
Yeah, so the trophy is
Won a single match.
yep. And this is on PlayStation.
An online match with people.
Yeah, one
Just
online match.
wow.
So about 86, coming up to 87%, never win a match.
Yeah, it just kind of goes to show you the people that are really not that it's really like people that are really focused, but um, you think it says
This
something
game,
about the
this
game
game,
with
this
how it
game, this
develop, how
game.
it explains.
At one point, Sanyu, this game was free on PSN. So I think you're probably looking at about maybe 500,000 players altogether. I might guess, maybe a bit less. At least between 300 to 500,000 players altogether, maybe more. Out of those, less than 10% got to level 5 in the multiplayer. To give you some context, I am level 2,500 in multiplayer, but less than
2,500.
10% could get to level 5.
Less than 10%.
Yep.
I'm level what? No, what am I now?
No, it's what you're
No,
looking at.
I can't even check.
What you're looking at is different to mine, and I'm going to show you.
Oh,
I'm going to show you after 10 fights. I'm going to
yeah.
show you how to check what level you are.
Okay.
In fact, I can show you after this fight.
Okay.
Just remember, try to beat me.
Yeah.
You've beaten me at Tekken, remember?
I actually have.
I know you have, and I'm pretty good at Tekken as well.
Guys
I'm like
need to know
like
that
look,
I have fought Andrew at Tekken
look.
multiple times.
You may think I'm the best.
And
You may think I'm like the last secret boss of
no,
video games.
he's no, no.
I'm not
No,
that
you're
good.
really good. Don't
I'm
you
like
downplay yourself.
I'm not that.
He really is. He tries to downplay himself. You're good.
I'm not that good. There's people out there much better than me.
Yeah,
So
but those are
before you
people that
press
are in the
anything,
tournaments and stuff. Okay.
let's go down to Quitters group.
Okay.
The only reason I'm going to show you this is because I want you to see what level you are in combat trials. So if you click here and click on combat trial, right there at the top on the left hand side,
Yeah.
it will say
Combat
something.
trials.
Yeah, it will say something. It will say something in yellow on the left hand side of the screen. It will say combat trial level.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Mine is 0.
Yeah. Okay. So
And you're 2,500.
I'm 2,508.
Wow.
And that sounds good to you, but
So it's yeah,
there's
but
people out there who are
I
like
get what you I get what you mean.
10,000, 20,000. There's crazy people out there. But yeah, this is what
Yeah.
I mean. You're level 0. Less than 10% even get to level 5.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see.
And there's a trophy. I'm reading based on the stats on the trophies. You know, when you look at a trophy and it'll tell you how many people have got this trophy.
Mm.
So nearly 20%.
But do you think yeah, sorry.
I was going to say nearly 20% of people completed the story.
Do you think it's the developers that maybe when they just like, review Absolver when they did, because I'm sure obviously they've progressed and they do different games and stuff, but it's kind of what worked well and what didn't work well and how the users of the game could have really experienced it fully had they had some type of not tutorial system, because some games don't need that. I do like the sense of community,
Yeah.
even though I haven't technically spoken to anyone else in the game besides you, but just the idea that okay, to really move around and
Yeah. Well,
like progress is you have to put the initiative to speak with people. I
that
think
was
that's
what
really good, but
it was. If you come to the altar, I'm gonna answer that question. What you said is fantastic, and I know the guy who initially he's probably the main driving force behind Absolver, and he intended the game to be exactly how you described it. I think what
yeah,
happened was because this is a competitive game, people stopped being as concerned with how do we help grow and promote the community, and
mm,
instead became more about this isn't working the way I want it to. For instance,
yeah,
maybe this attack is better than all the other attacks and it's really annoying to deal with. Or maybe that star was unfair to use and you need to change it up. You know what I mean? And
but
when
do you
you,
think a lot of people are just used to different types of games? So it's like, for instance, this really not throws you in the deep end to get to know people and stuff. But I mean, especially during the time it was PS4, so you have to manually add somebody, and have that connection.
oh,
And for some people, they're
there's a
just not
Discord.
bothered. They're just like, oh, I'm not bothered.
There's a Discord as well. I know what you're saying.
Mm.
Um, but when you're talking about community, essentially, rather than help grow the community and figure out ways to stimulate growth within the community, which is essentially what this game was initially built upon. It was kind of a communal online martial arts adventure game where you meet and encounter random people and you can grow and progress from there. Whether you forge alliances or rivalries or whatnot. Essentially what happened was it started to become more and more like a fighting game, because this starts to become the focus of the gameplay by the few individuals who maybe have 1,000 hours in.
Yeah,
And for you who don't really know how to play the game properly and effectively, yeah,
yeah,
compared to me, you know how to punch, you know how to kick. But if I were to say, okay, beat me in a fight, you wouldn't be able to.
yeah.
It doesn't matter to you how far this dodge goes. So this was one of the complaints. You see this dodge here? Apparently it was too annoying for people to do it. So now when you dodge, it only does a tiny bit. And I want you to try using that dodge against me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, you got me. Well done. Try using that dodge against me. Basically, the community said, we don't like this dodge, make it weaker. So you just
What this
stand,
front
yeah,
like
yeah, that dodge. So I want you to get full stamina and I want you to start dodging. Now, this is the most intuitive dodge for you. Go on,
okay.
just dodge. Just dodge. Try to fight back as well. It's not, it's a poor example, but effectively, it's not going to be effective in the fight anymore. It doesn't do much anymore. But it's the most intuitive thing for a beginner to do. But it's been nerfed. And nerf means it's been reduced in its effectiveness. and it forces you to try and do that defensive ability, which is good. But when the focus of the development becomes, we need to try and fix this, we need to try and fix that, but they're not really doing anything at the lowest level to help grow and encourage the newer players to get better. Do you know what I mean? Is that making sense, or do you think it's...
Yeah, it's making
Because I think,
sense,
from my observation, it's like, okay, if I've got, let's say I've got 10,000 hours and I've noticed that maybe this attack is doing more damage than it should. Okay, that's fine. But for you, as a new player, how are you being encouraged to kind of take this up and learn and grow without, you know, my or another player's
just without
You know what I mean?
your support.
If you come here and look, at this point now, we've had about 6 or 7 matches. You haven't beaten me once.
Yeah, it can be discouraging, I think, for some. For me, I'm fine. Like, you know.
Yeah, I know you're fine. You're fine because you're used to.
But that's
me.
why I asked about the age of the game. I said, what is the age? Because if I was, you know, a 7-year-old, I mean, the way I played video games when I was like 7 was a bit different than.
Yeah.
I mean, I played for joy. I was just like, yeah, this is colorful. This is fun. And
Absolutely.
I was much more super engaged.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously when you're a kid, your focus is a bit more intense. But I think if I was, you know, like a kid and I just joined, I think it might be a bit intimidating because, you know, there's no clear communication to somebody that might really need that, whether it's a kid or whether it's someone that just genuinely is new to this type of like combat and gameplay, like to really.
I know what you mean.
Communicate with people. Yeah.
So to answer your question, this game is targeted, or it's from teenagers, so it's from 12 and up.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, you know, if a 12-year-old were to come and fight somebody who's got thousands of hours in.
But you got some, you know, 12-year-olds that are, you know, have 1,000 hours.
And they will be. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. It's not so much to do with the age itself.
Yeah.
But it is to do with, for instance, you're not 12. You're not 12 years old. But if you were to come at me and say, well, I want to get better at this game, and I'm going to have to learn how to take you down, even as you're fighting me, is it teaching you how to get better? You kind of got a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
But is it giving you opportunities to learn and practice those skills in an effective way without simply just getting beaten up over and over and over again?
No, to be honest. Not explicitly anyway. It's mechanically, yes. You know, it gives you the opportunity to learn a new skill and you're fighting somebody.
I mean, it's there, but it's not.
Yeah.
There's no.
It's not explicit.
There's no way to actually facilitate growth.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's I think it is definitely, you know, something which the reason why I'm asking you these questions is because I plan to send this to one of the developers, you know.
Okay.
So I didn't tell you that because I didn't want you to kind of. I know you. You're very shy and very polite, and I don't want you to be too critical of the game. Obviously, I love it.
Yeah.
But there are, I think, particularly in the way it treats newer players and how it kind of, I won't say becomes almost hostile, but definitely.
Yeah.
Even to put it.
What do you mean hostile in a other players? Like
no, not in other players. I mean like
or just in
hostile
the sense of the game.
In terms of like new players and their growth. it relies heavily on the community, and even that has its limitations, especially considering not everybody is going to find the community, since it's not easily facilitated within the game. It's actually something that you have to leave the game specifically and locate the community on other platforms in order to do so, which, you know, people do that, you know, but at the same time,
What platforms were like Reddit
Reddit and Discord
and
primarily,
stuff.
yeah, Reddit and Discord. And you know, you can do that, but let's say you've picked up this game and you said, well, I really like the look of it. It looks like a good martial arts simulator or fighter. I like the combat style. I like the colors. I like the environments. I want to give it a go. But you never had it in your mind to look at Discords or check Reddit. It just never have occurred to you that all of those communities are out there. But you picked up this game to play it. How much progress do you think you would have made in this game?
Or had I had a Reddit and a Discord prior?
No,
like
if you didn't know, because not every gamer does use those. In fact, I would say the minority of gamers use those platforms.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think every single.
It's a great way to find.
It is, but I don't think the majority of them are on there. But let's say you'd turn on this game and I wasn't here to help you. How would you have proceeded?
I feel like I'll be thrown into the wild kind of the game a little bit. But I feel like it would take me a while to really put in the hours and figure it out myself. I think it's a lot of figuring it out myself, had you not been here.
Yeah, and you know, I think the point that I'm just trying to get across with this one is you kind of, at what point do you kind of take a look at the people and maybe not so focused on winning every fight that they come across or making sure every fight is fair in a competitive environment, but simply just want the game to be accessible and playable and enjoyable from start to finish. You know?
Yeah, I think there should be a bit of pop-ups. I think maybe initially having just having that initial guide. I think you don't have to really hold a player's hand, you know, throughout the whole game, unless they need that support. But I think in the beginning maybe they could have created some type of interact, like a non-skip kind of tutorial, just to really guarantee that everyone that's joining the game knows the basics and knows, okay, you could do this, you could do that, like any kind of standard game, you know. Sometimes I think it is helpful. I think it is helpful, even if you're an advanced like player or anything. I feel like just having it non-skippable right at the beginning would be quite useful, and then you could just go on your own devices and do what you want to do.
Yeah, sure.
But everyone's different.
No, I think it's a very strong point that you make. Okay. Well, I think that's probably a good time to
wraps it up for tonight.
to wrap it up. Is there anything you want to add based on your observations of the game?
I think what I said is, what I've just said pretty much sums up a little bit with what I'm seeing in Absolver and how I'm experiencing it. I'm familiar with Absolver because I've watched you play closely.
Yeah.
So I'm familiar with just kind of the layout and how you play and stuff. But playing it myself, as a new player, so to speak, it is, I won't say like a naked experience, but kind of like you're kind of at your own devices and you figure things out. That's the way I've come across it, but maybe that's the way I kind of play. People are different. I mean, I skim read, which I shouldn't be doing in games, but I know that there are some stuff there for people to figure things out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I don't want to spam that. Felt very spammy. I was doing.
No, that's fine. Just to add to that, I would say there's probably, it's been great having you here, just going through the map and seeing what we can make of the situation. I mean, barely anybody plays, but they do play, and what you do tend to find now is that it will be, especially on this platform or on any platform really, it's either people in the combat trials looking to a fight, or it will be friends who have said let's hop on and have a few matches. And what you find is you get these private matches like this going on where people are just practicing against each other, trying to improve. That still exists within the game, but in terms of actually for somebody like you to join the game, play it,
everyone's
you know that you won't find anybody through the game now who actually hold your hand, not even hold your hand, but even just guide you, or even say this is what you should be focusing on, this is what you should be training on. That type of engagement doesn't exist in the game anymore, and so you do have
Was it there before? More so, like
it was
when
there
it first
before.
came out?
It was there before, and that's how people like. For me, I got at a pretty decent level within the game before I even touched upon Discord or Reddit. And I think actually, when I started congregating on Discord and Reddit, what it started to do was concentrate the negativity. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
Because
the negativity of the game, or just the negativity of just community, of just some people?
Some people towards one another, but also towards the game and towards the developers as well. I found that the game itself was really quite harmonic in terms of, we're sitting here and we're playing the game and that's great. But when we stop playing the game and we're sitting on the computer and we're complaining about the game and what can be done to improve it, it starts to have a very negative effect on the player base, was what I had. Imagine.
For anyone that's new, because they could kind of feel the energy and like, oh, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me.
Well, this is why, despite the game being still having people who are willing to teach on Discord, or if you were to go on Discord today and you found the Absolver community, you would find people who have a lot more game time than me, who are better at teaching than me as well. But the thing is, the player base is still declining. And that's because, first of all, for you to actually get good enough to fight me properly, that's an insane commitment. And I'm not even at the highest level. I'd have to make the same commitment if I wanted to reach the top players, because I'm good. I'm better than average. I'm probably decently. I'm very good at the game. But there are people who are like, literally, you see what I'm doing to you, they would do that to me. And I don't have, even though this is one of my favourite games, do I really have the time or the inclination to Like, you see what you're doing now, you're going to have to do that pretty much like 2 or 3 times a day, every day, if you really want to see any improvement.
Yeah,
And even
to see
then, like you're like I'm not even beginning to teach you what you're doing or what you're doing wrong. Like you're picking up things intuitively on yourself, but there are certain things where I'm like, okay, it's going to take you a little bit of time to actually pick up. Like, I would say after these 10 matches, I would say you need to go into meditation. You need to level up, get your character to max level, get some new moves, and then create a new move set. And then you need to learn that move set so that you're flashing golden for every attack.
for every attack.
Yeah, and then that's literally the beginning of the game. Then after you've done that, like if you watch me, every single attack is golden.
I see.
And this is just scratching the surface. You know, I haven't even began to teach you technically how to play or improve. We're just literally, what we've been talking about now is just how you navigate and learn and understand what it takes to grow. You know, and that stuff isn't, you know, it doesn't appear in the game. It's literally, I'm going to have to sit here, I'm going to have to watch what you're doing, I'm going to have to point it out to you. Because look.
Would you reckon that the developer create an Absolver too? Is that a conversation that's...
I think the last I heard about the topic, yes. They would like to do that. Whether by liking to do something and actually doing it. It's too late for this game. They would need to make a new game at this point.
Yeah, because there's PS5 now, there's different, you know. But
yeah, this game is coming up to 10 years old.
Like, if they maybe listened to the feedback, which I'm sure probably they...
The thing is, though, and this is the thing, the feedback that they will listen to is not so much about how do we learn and grow the community, and this is why I'm making this, and this is just the first of many live streams, I think, between me and you.
Yeah.
You know, but I wanted to do this one in particular, because I don't know, it was while I was praying, and you know, I'm a man of faith at this point. And I felt it would be nice for me to do this one first and foremost. I felt that since somebody like you or a newer player in particular, if they were to go on Discord or on Reddit, they wouldn't really say what you've been saying. They would start asking things like, how do I get better at the game? Or how do I beat this boss? Or how do I beat that boss? Because you don't know what I know. You haven't seen the journey from the end of it. You're taking the first step. You're not looking down at the mountain. Like, if you look at it from this perspective, yeah, you're at the foot of a mountain, and I'm at the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll come to me and you'll say, how do I get to where you are? But me having already done this journey, I can turn around and say, you know what, there's some parts of this journey which are so difficult that you're really going to have to bend your back to do it. You're going to have to bend over backwards to do it. And actually, things don't necessarily have to be that way. But you don't have the awareness to know what that journey is like. That's really, really abstract way of saying it, but
No, I'm getting what you're saying. Yeah.
And I think it's really, I won't say unfair, but I would say that because somebody like me, if I was still playing this game, the things that I would talk to about, if I were to talk about it, which the developers are really good at listening to the players, but your concerns wouldn't be, well, you know, I think the community should grow. You've only come to that conclusion because I've pointed out things. You know, your concerns would be, how do I beat this boss? How do I get better? Can somebody teach me new
Yeah,
moves?
because that's the mindset I would have
That's
for
the
some other
mindset.
games, kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's what you know. That's what you've identified as well. How you
Yeah,
can improve in the game. You know, but for
yeah,
me, you know, it would be like if I were to speak to some of the developers, and I rarely see anybody do, but it should be, how do we facilitate a healthy growth within the community where the experienced players are able to teach and help grow the newer players, because that's the only way you're really going to get to my level. And I think the existing solution, which is something like Discord or Reddit, may not, you know, it's a step in the right direction, but I don't think it's the ultimate solution. Look, see, I recommend that you don't spam that punch.
I get what you mean with a rhythm game. It's kind of
Yeah.
after time. Yeah, time.
Yeah. So look, I've got church tomorrow. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know you're also going to go to church. But I feel like, you know, it was important just to go over those topics. I know, based on what I've heard in the past from the mouth of the developers, that they were kind of figuring out what to do with this intellectual property, that they did want to revisit it, but I don't think they've quite understood how to proceed with it, because it was quite complicated in terms of the online interactions and how to
Yeah.
make sure you don't get kicked for inactivity.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, they were kind of struggling, and what I can see with their new game, which is a football, do you know Rematch?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Oh, they
behind.
created Rematch too.
They created Rematch as well, and it's the same.
Rematch is
It's the
Rematch is
same
fun.
guy. It's the same guy who created Absolver. He created Rematch. One specific guy. And what I can see from Rematch is that he's not fallen into the trap of, because it's good. It's good intentions what he's got going, but he's prioritized. Basically, he's prioritized. Say I've got 10,000 hours in this game, and I know the issues, I know the bugs, I know what needs to be improved. I can say, well, my character runs faster when I'm doing this as opposed to that character when it's doing that, and now he's got an unfair advantage, or maybe I've got an unfair advantage, maybe that's not working the way it should for the competitive scene. Yeah. And then you come along and you're like,
And I'm here for
and you're here.
like, hey, let me join this game. You know, it's colorful and
Yeah.
inviting. Let me.
Yeah, but the more you play it, the more you realize it's actually a very uphill battle. And I think what he's done is, rather than identify that actually maybe the newcomer might need a little bit of facilitation in order to get into the game properly, which you would need, which is why I'm here. Instead, what they've done is they've listened to me when I'm saying, hey, you should adjust this, or you should fix that, or this isn't really working the way it's intended to, which is very valid. You know, it's, you don't want a game that's not acting the way you don't want it to, or maybe it's giving other people unfair advantages at the highest of levels. But when we're talking about the majority of players, which are like you, basically you need things explained to you from the very basic of levels.
Yeah, because I'm not used to this type of. I mean, it's innovative. Don't get me wrong. I like that it's different. I like different things. You know,
Yeah.
well, in a way, but yeah, there was some space to maybe
Do you think if
review
it
and just
if it was more accessible, do you think you would continue playing it
yeah, yeah.
as it
I mean, it's
is?
a perseverance. I mean, if I do it myself, I can do it, but I feel like I'll be even more engaged if there was some type of not throughout, because you don't want to be doing that for players unless they need it, but um I think maybe just there could be some way of maximizing understanding um for players that join, especially new people, because it's not really common to be playing a game that kind of throws you in a space where you're having to communicate with a lot of people that you don't know. You could play with them, but actually like connecting with them and asking them, hey, how do I navigate this, or how do I max this? How do I, what I'm doing with you? Like you teaching me. If you're not here, if I didn't know about Reddit or Discord, I'm literally just assuming, okay, this is how it is. You just figure it out, and it'll take me a very, very, very long time probably,
Yeah,
had I not had someone that is willing to share their time, and not everyone has the time to do that. So they shouldn't have put it on the players to really to do that job, kind
sure.
of, in that way. That's my perspective. What do I know?
Yeah. Well, it gives us the option to feed into the younger players' development. I will say that, but when it becomes a point where your development is completely pivotal on my involvement in your development. And there's different degrees of aptitude. Some people will come here and they'll learn how to gold link pretty easily. They'll be pretty good with their parries and their dodges and whatnot. Different people at different levels and different abilities. But if you
Yeah,
want a game to last long and have some kind of sustainability long term, especially in like a player base that grows and continues to grow and sustain itself, rather than continually shrink over time, you
yeah,
need to find a way to incorporate people like yourself who are quite new to this type of experience of video game. You wouldn't say that
yeah,
you've played your Elden Rings or your Dark Souls, which is essentially, that's the level of the learning curve that we're dealing with here.
yeah. No, of course. I mean, as you're saying that, what comes to my mind, um, my spirit anyway, is as you mentioned earlier, we're people of faith, we have faith in the Lord. For me, I think metaphorically, with this game, sorry, I'm focusing on what I'm
Oh,
doing.
please, please.
So like the idea of walking into something, and you're like, hey, this is so. For instance, for me, I found my faith, really found it. Well, 26, I think I gave my life to Christ, I think 2016 or 27. And it's just been a journey of up and down. And in a way, similar to this game, when you walk into something just on your own, you tend to feel like, okay, I'm in this space.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out, you know, gonna figure out my journey, with my faith. And I feel like a lot of people out there be like that, but sometimes, you know, sometimes, especially when you're new to finding, finding the right, like maybe a person, or finding church community, or finding, someone that already is in their faith, um, that may have walked through similar, um, similar hurdles, might be a way to
I know what you're saying.
So it's
You
just,
know,
yeah.
it's good to have a community involved to kind of walk you through your journey, and especially if they've walked the path that you've done, they can give you advice and tips and kind of disciple you, as it were. Because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
as Christians, we believe in discipleship as well. And in this game, there's discipling. I'm a mentor, you're a disciple. That's how the school system works. And because you're in my school, I would, in theory, be open. And this is how I learned. And I was at one point, I was in the top 20 for schools on PS5,
Mm.
so simply based on numbers. How many people are in my school? I ended up deleting that because I started getting frustrated with it. But essentially, what I
With
would do,
mentoring people or
with
just like
mentoring
with
people,
just,
with the community, I would say, because it started becoming such a thing of, instead of me sitting here and saying, well, I'm in the top 20 for the school and I'm going to invite my students to come and learn from me and improve, and I'll offer to spar with them, which is most of my game time, which is um, quite high in this game. It wasn't simply just me trying to improve by myself. It was actually me spending a lot of time teaching other people how to play.
yeah. And
And
does that get
and
not tiresome, but just
well, what you
because
told,
everyone's at
no,
different skill
you're
levels.
right, you're right, and I can point out somebody like yourself, for instance, and I can tell you this is what you need to do to improve. But at the end of the day, it's up to them. Like, it's up to you, really, if you want to spend the amount of time it takes to go into into meditation or whatever and practice so that you can gold link perfectly. Because when I teach you, I'll be teaching you how to do the fundamentals properly. I don't want to do it from a half job. It'll be like a full job where I'm saying this is the basics. You need to master it. You need to be able to fight so that every single attack makes you flash golden. That's the beginning. And then from there, we're going to move on to the next stage. And I'll tell you that because I know, because I've been through that journey. you know. But it's up to each individual whether they want to go through that or not. But I think for me, I disbanded that school. I kind of deleted it. I left it, and somebody else took charge of it. I don't know what's happened to it anymore. But the reason why I left is because there was an attitude that was quite prevalent of, okay, this guy's got quite a large number of followers, so I want to prove to be better than them. And what you did end up finding was
Be
people.
better than you specifically, or just be better
Well, I
than the
experienced I
students.
experienced it, but there was a bloke here who he had the number one school, and he was a friend of mine. His name was Ayu Ken or something like that. Um, yeah, it was literally Ayu Ken, and he had the biggest school on PS4 behind like the 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 NPC school, the like computer generated school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and he was a friend of mine, and he would literally be there, and I experienced the same thing. He would be there, and he'd be welcome to sit there and play and fight with people all the time. Yeah, but it became a problem when people were like, "Oh, he's got a lot of followers. I'm gonna prove that I'm better than him. Look, I've beaten him now. Ha ha ha! Look at me. I'm better than this guy who's got the biggest score in the game." And then you literally, if I'm spending most of my time training other people rather than trying to improve my own skills and abilities, then sure, there are probably going to be people who do eventually get better than me. But does that then become a point of, me becoming a target? And even then, when people do interact with you in that way, but also they kind of become very cynical and mean about it as well.
Mm,
Does that make sense? And it starts to become a very
yeah.
toxic environment. And I think
Yeah.
there isn't any incentive for the experienced players to help other people get goods. Instead,
Yeah.
it's simply, the prestige of saying, well, I'm the best.
The ego of like, oh,
Yep,
yeah, this is,
yep. And I think that's why the players like myself or even IUKen and other people with really big schools, decided to stop playing anymore because there was, I would say, not just like, well, you guys have been beaten and you're irrelevant, but also, you you start to face abuse over it as well. And essentially what
Terrible.
ends up happening is the people who have beaten you stay in the game where you feel like, oh, I don't really want to play anymore. And then these people, they might train one or two people, individuals at a time, rather than saying, oh, hey, I'll play you, hey, I'll play you. Like, for instance, when the game was really active, people at your skill level, I'll probably face
Yeah.
about 10 of them. 10 or 11 or 12. It will be a common occurrence for me to play combat trials and then come across somebody and they'll be like, wow, you're so cool. How do I get like that? And I'll just give them advice. You don't come across that anymore because the community has kind of imploded on itself and it's withdrawn into itself. And there are people out there who are literally
It's a shame.
they're just trying to make a name for themselves. And there's no real incentive for me to go out there and teach other people how to play anymore. It's just a massive commitment of time on my end, rather than, before it was actually a joy because I would literally just be getting requests to spar all the time, all day. Like literally, if I was not at work, if I was just at home on the weekend on a Saturday and I was online, people knew who I was. I'd be getting 6, 7, 8, 9 people saying, "Hey, can I spar? Can I spar? Can I spar?" And that's probably within the space of 2 or 3 hours. You could probably spend all day sparring with people. And the community still exists, but I
That's
think it's
yeah.
like it's withdrawn itself to maybe 20, maybe 30 people
From what
from
size?
from tens to hundreds of thousands. My school alone was I was quite high up there, but there was people out there who had like triple figures, quadruple figures of students. Right now, in my school, I've got 7. No, 5.
I just think that, it's a shame that the community, from how you're describing it, really got to that kind of level of just go, and it's just like, okay, this is, you know what, like if I didn't know you, I think having a mentor like you and actually be like, okay, I'm gonna help and spar with you. I mean, sparring with computers is really good, but if you're there to like speak with me the way that you're speaking with me now, I think I would have. I learned better that way.
Well, this is the charm of this
Especially with
game, and
something.
this is the charm of this game is that it was so good to have that kind of community. To have that community and sit down together and be like, yep, this is how you play, this is how you learn, this is how you grow. And it becomes less about becoming better at the game, but more about fostering relationships and trying to work together to achieve something. And that's the reason why I liked this game as well. I can't say that there was ever, oi, my cat trying to eat some food from my plate. Um, yeah, you can't have that because it's got garlic in it. Um, Eve, it's. I think even though the combat is really good in this game and the premise is good and it feels good to control the character and to fight it, I think the thing that you've never been able to experience, you've probably experienced it in a short amount today, is simply the community within the game. That community was hands down, like I've played games, I've played multiplayer games, I've played all of that, but there's nothing that
Yeah.
quite forces you to sit down and say, well, you need to work on this, you need to improve that, have you thought about doing this or implementing that? I've never once had a game that forces you to play like that with other people. You can ask somebody in a group chat and say, hey, do you have this move? I've been looking for it forever. Or can somebody teach me how to use this style of fighting? And you know me, I like and practice martial arts. How how cool that sounds, not just to me, but to hundreds of thousands of people who played this game.
Yeah, no, of course. I think it's something that maybe the developers can, if they are considering making Absolver 2, I
If
thought
they
it
ever
would be,
do, then yeah,
yeah,
I think it's just important for them to bear in mind the experience from the newcomers, and also how you can just continue to facilitate steady growth within the community by and large. Because, and I think one of the biggest reasons I thought it would be a good idea for me to play with you is because I want to demonstrate that the best way for somebody to learn and to grow, the best source of information on how to play this game, is not necessarily the platform, which is Reddit or Discord, but it's the people behind the platforms. You know,
yeah,
it's
it
me
is.
who's willing to sit here
It
and tell
really
and
is.
yeah, it's, you know, because the platforms themselves, they can be used for good, but they can also be used for terrible things as well.
Yeah,
But it's the people who
as you
actually,
mentioned.
yeah, but it's the people who actually want to step up and say, well, I want you to improve and I'm willing to spend time and energy on that, because the game doesn't necessarily do a great job at doing it. You know, and so what happens now is it's dependent on other people doing it. And for the developers to bear in mind, well, if there is going to be a second game and you are going to try and develop a community within it, and you are going to continue using the same style of development and practice makes perfect, and growth and improvement and self-improvement as well, through practice and effort, then you need to also consider things like, well, how are we sharing information with the players? How are we giving them insight into how they can improve? And what are we doing to facilitate the fostering of relationships in positive ways between players that helps facilitate growth and not just teach? It's something that we learn at house group, you know. And I'm just going to give a tangent to kind of explain what I'm trying to say here is, you know, if you want to evangelize, Sanyu, you go over to somebody and you say, well, Jesus loves you. And let's say you make them a disciple and you essentially bring them to the Lord and they start following you in your faith. And that's it, you know. And then you go to the next person and you say, well, it's time, you know, and you're successful with that as well. And you spend all this time teaching people who Jesus is, and they come to know the Lord through your efforts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now imagine if during that time, yeah, compare compared to you doing all of the evangelizing, to when you bring that person to the Lord, you also say, you know what, it's also your responsibility to do this too, and so you teach them how to evangelize too.
yeah, of course. That's the
I
goal.
mean,
That's the
that's we know this one, right? So
yeah,
when you, but if you, let's say in this game, yeah, if I teach
yeah.
you how to play the game, and then you think, well, I can play the game now, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, that's what you'd want me to eventually. I mean, you want for me, to be able
Yes, I
to
would.
independently grow from your school and just be able to teach others because,
And
you know,
that's, you know what, I'm so glad you finished that sentence, because some people don't get that other bit, which is and teach others.
yeah, they kind of hold the keys without passing the
Exactly.
key to the next person.
And that's when, and it's a big complaint within the game. It's called gatekeeping. So, and I mentioned there's probably, I think there's probably less than 50 active players, maybe 100, as compared to hundreds of thousands, maybe
Yeah,
300,000 minimum. I can't remember how many people have played in the past, but I think a total of at least 300, 400,000. Now you're probably looking at, you know, triple figures as maximum, I think. Now, the people who are running the Discord now, they know abilities and techniques that they won't share with other people. Like, I was there and I learned a new technique. And the way it was demonstrated to me, it was like almost like, well, I almost wish I hadn't shown you that.
that's just distasteful. How can you move that? So, like, why gatekeep? Like,
Because
that's a bit.
then these people are much more difficult to beat.
So they want to keep that kind of not classism, but it's kind of like we're the elites in this game, and if you come with us, then you're gonna get a pounding in a funny way, but just like they don't want you to reach theirs because they're the elites, and because the size has decreased from, like you said, the hundreds of thousands to now like the 50s. It's almost like a not Lord of the Flies, but kind of like we're we're the elites right now in this space.
Yeah.
So if you're new, if I'm like me walking in, it's like, what are you doing here? Kind of,
Well,
let's
they will probably teach
you
you,
know,
and not every individual is like this, but they will probably teach you as far as you are willing to learn. But they won't
yeah,
teach you the obvious techniques that will help you grow and improve to a point where you might surpass them. You can probably pick it up in a fight with them, but they won't go out of their way and say, well, do you know, there's a particular trick that you can do here which will completely trivialize most fights.
that's terrible. I mean, I don't know, it's terrible. Another thing comes to my mind is like, because I treat, skin corrections and stuff. And it's like I meet people every day and they say, oh, to improve this or improve that. And if I had the mentality like with these people, similar to what's in Absolver, I could easily go, okay, I could treat your skin, but you'd have to come back to me every time, your skin has an issue. And I wouldn't give them the keys of actually, hold on. Because for me, I plan a whole like system for somebody to be like, actually, after you do this, here's a better way to actually support, the issue you might have,
You
in acne and,
basically, you feel like your job's done when they don't need to come back to you.
no, like they don't have to, but it's a thing of
That's the
I'm
goal.
giving them the
They
tools.
no
Yeah,
longer need to come back to me. That's the goal. They're only really coming to you
yeah,
because they have a problem that needs solving and you want to solve the problem.
yeah, in the long term, so that they can, take care of themselves and they could, in the long term keep, what goals they want. If they want to get acne, yes, do these treatments, but afterwards you need to maybe retain, or maybe not eat this or eat that and maybe be more healthy and, you see the long-term results. If that doesn't change, then you're going to get the same issue that's going to keep coming up. And I would be bad if I just stayed quiet about it and just, took people's money. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't sit right with me.
Sure, sure. That's really insightful from you. Thank you for sharing that one. And again, I think if the developers were to approach this game, it is really not just about balance, which is that's a game like you don't play games competitively, but it's like to give you an example. If I was playing Tekken and you were playing Tekken with me, and every time you came across this one character, um, you would always lose, and then you realise that actually it's not just you who's always losing to this character. Everybody always loses to this character, and then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, well, this character.
You're a bit away from your mic.
Oh, sorry. How's that?
Yeah, it's
Any
clear
better?
now.
Sorry. I was actually covering it with my thumb. But it's like if one character was obviously doing better than any of the other characters, and everybody said, "Well, we can't beat this character," then the developer would come and they would make changes to the character so that it would be more balanced.
Yeah.
That's the common practice within video games, and that's what these developers do. But they also kind of took a step. They think that's the only responsibility towards the community, if that makes sense.
That's the only, yeah. So
That's
that's the
it
only type
become
of thing.
that's what I've witnessed.
So that
It,
they sort of not gatekeep in their own way, but kind of on their kind of level, it's like, okay, this is
I wouldn't
how
call it
far we could,
I wouldn't call it gatekeeping because I don't think they're fully aware of the repercussions of what they're doing. But I would say that it's a crime of absence. because they have an opportunity here to kind of help grow and facilitate the community by making adjustments, first of all, to how far a player can go without input from the community, but also incentivizing the growth of a network of teaching rather than
Yeah.
individual skill growth, if that makes sense. So in some way
Mm,
in the game, it would reward a person like me for teaching you.
right.
And
Right.
obviously it will reward you for growing as well, but there will also come a point where you will realize that you will also reap some rewards by teaching other people too.
Mm,
If that makes sense,
of
rather than
course.
rather
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
simply just encouraging individual growth, which is not strictly encouraged. But if you're playing this game and you're like, how do I get more moves? How do I get more fighting styles? How do I beat this boss? How do I do this? How do I do that?
Yeah.
It
Of course.
internally, you've already developed a mindset that you need to grow and improve. And you start to see other people who are better than you and say, well, I couldn't beat you before, but I'm going to aim to beat you after, I've beaten you maybe 20 times in a row. And you start to think, well, one day I'm going to beat you, Andrew. And then start coming to the point where you're saying, well, I could have beaten you if this attack worked properly, or if that fighting style was a bit weaker. And then you starting to complain about that. And essentially what happens is you've taken your focus away from teaching, encouraging new people. You're literally just thinking about how you can improve that in the game and what the game can be, what within the game can be changed in order to help your own personal growth.
There's a lot. There's a layered. It's a bit layered. That's like
Well, it
the
is
developers need to
complicated,
think
but
about it. Yeah.
it's a complicated matter. But I think it once it's identified by the developers, I think they're pretty good in that they will identify it and say, well, that's exactly what we need to do in order to make this, and not just this game, but I think it's a big problem with online games, is that simply the community focus on how to grow and sustain a video game which is as complex a dynamic as this within the community and its interactions, how to ensure that grows and sustains itself, as opposed to
Yeah. Sense of sustainability.
how do people just kind of like play and then realize that they don't want to play anymore, and then maybe complain about the game because certain things they didn't like about it, and then suddenly you're down to maybe 30 people who know how to play the game but may not necessarily be the best option in terms of teaching.
This is it's the my gosh, sustainability issue
Yeah.
more so. Um, a lot of that sustaining the um the
And
players.
I genuinely think that a creative studio like that, they are very creative in terms of their problem solving. They'll be able to come up with solutions once they identify that problem. But I think the person and people in charge at the moment, they're just prioritizing the fixes that are more obvious.
So there's a team that's still focused on, little, like bugs and things like
Not in
that in the
this
game
game.
right now.
Not in this
Oh,
game.
okay.
But
Oh,
I'm
so
I'm seeing
they've
them.
completely abandoned it.
Yeah, this game was no longer receiving support, but it is their first game, and I have seen some discussion from them saying that they're still trying to figure out what to do with that game. They have talked about this IP in the past, and obviously I don't know what goes behind closed doors, but I feel like there will be individuals in positions to make the decision to play that game, to develop that game, and they still think about developing it to this day.
Yeah.
But they're just still not too sure how to approach it.
And this is their first game, right?
This was their first game as a studio.
Yeah, yeah,
Before
of
that, they
course.
used to work for Ubisoft, which Ubisoft is behind games like Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell. while they've got
Oh
some very
wow.
good, well, they've got some very good games under their belt. But and this is a topic for another conversation. Maybe we can next time just have a candid talk about whatever comes across our mind because sometimes you ask some very good questions. But Ubisoft has some very good games and very good franchises, but the company itself is pretty poor in the way it operates and the way it treats its employees as well. So, like, for instance, I I always try to buy organic fair trade coffee.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, there are some video games out there which are not fair trade. Let's just say, let's put it that way. That gives you a bit of an idea of what I'm talking about.
because yeah.
They'll ask people to stay and continue working 5, 6, 7, 8 hours past their shift.
Wow. Wow. Well, let's be careful of because there's people, is that it just depends on the type of
Well,
companies that might
I think
potentially
people.
listen.
No, I don't think anybody.
People that know kind of thing.
Well,
Know the
you
kind of
might be right.
companies that are, you know,
You might be right.
without
I'm just saying.
naming.
I'm just saying. I'm not. Well, I think Ubisoft in particular is quite well known for it. I think they're trying to
Mm,
change now, um,
yeah,
but they've had quite a lot of backlash in the player base recently,
yeah.
and people boycotting their games and stuff
Oh wow.
because of some of their practices that have come to light.
Well, I mean, hopefully with this conversation, it highlights a few things that maybe Ubisoft can look into. Maybe even just what we're saying now, you know, gives a bit of reassurance to the people that well in those terrible conditions, but at least it highlights it so it's not like, they're not, this isn't something that isn't happening or hasn't happened. So
Well, this studio in particular have been very careful about how they treat their employees, and they do really good justice. And it's the reason why they left Ubisoft, I think, to start their own company, and have done so in a way which is very ethical and very admirable as well. But it comes at the cost of
we support
if they,
ethical gaming.
yeah, I would say so, and it's one of the reasons why I love this studio. Absolver itself, this game was maybe made by a team of 20 people.
Yeah, well, that's a small team.
It's a very
A
small
really
team,
small team.
and they've done a fantastic job with the game, and they've really grown now. They've got a team of over 100 individuals.
Wow.
Some of their games have sold millions of copies, and they've only came out with 3 games, but they're three, in my opinion, very good games. I'm more my personal taste is towards Rematch and towards Absolver. Their second game, the one in between them, was good, but it's not my cup of tea.
What was
It
the
was,
game called?
it's called Sifu.
Okay.
I think you've probably seen me. It's good, but it didn't quite hit me as well as the other 2 games. I'd have to say, but
What was the premise of the game?
it's a revenge story. It's a revenge story. So your dad gets killed, and you learn kung fu, and you basically go there, and it's kind of like a Kill Bill,
Mm.
and you go there and
Oh,
you kill.
Sifu.
Yeah, and
Oh, I've seen.
you've probably seen me play it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Sifu. I've seen the thumbnail of this. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, words to say to wrap up our first
Yeah.
session.
What time is it now? It is quarter to midnight, so I think that is a very good time to wrap it up. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just a bit of thought, really. I've given it some thought, there's other ways that you can kind of explore this intellectual property. Um, Thank you, Sanyu, for illuminating your kind of experience as a newer player and kind of identifying some of the challenges that a newer player would face playing this game. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, we all have something to contribute, um, and somebody like you, I've chosen you in particular as well because um, I think you're the type of person who would get this game because their friend has recommended it, um, which you did actually.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Plus, I've watched you play.
and your friend has recommended the game to you, and you've watched me play it, and you've enjoyed the look of the game, you've enjoyed the feel of the game as well. But it comes to a point where you're like, well, I've enjoyed the game. My friends recommended it to me, but there's certain aspects of the game where I'm going to have to work at it to improve, which isn't a bad
Mm.
thing. It's not a bad thing, but then is the game itself doing enough to facilitate that for you? Or are you kind of just, you're kind of just left in the pram with your toys to try and figure out what to do with your life without any
Yeah.
real
In
guidance or,
in
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Like if I didn't have you on this, then I think yeah, that metaphor actually
Yeah,
does
and I
does
think,
illustrate it a little bit.
yeah, and I think you do, and I think if with a game, this combat system is probably one of the most complex combat systems that you come across. And how
I
do we
like
kind
it
of?
though.
I like
I
it
like
too.
it.
I like it too. But what I want to say is, how can we make it a bit more accessible from you without necessarily having to um, rely as much as we have on the community? Or if we do, even though the community is always going to be the best way to do it, is there any way the game itself can facilitate that growth? And also, how do we
Yeah.
incentivize some of the more experienced players to stop trying to work on their own abilities and instead look towards the community and help elevate each other?
Yeah, rather than
Obvi-
the whole elitism mindset that maybe a few individuals have
Possibly
often.
not every individual, but
Yeah,
probably
basically.
it might be some attitude. It might be an attitude held by some of them, if not many. Yeah, and of course, this is probably one of my most favorite games. It's a shame for me because it's a shell of what it used to be.
Mm,
I can still enjoy the combat and I can still get a good fight here and there with a few friends. But there was
yeah,
a time where I would literally just log on and you would see people everywhere trying to do something, interacting with one another, asking for help with something here, or saying, fight me there, or saying, let's fight this boss here. And it just doesn't exist anymore. And just pointing out to the developers why that might be the case and what could be done to address that next time around. So thank you
well,
for your
here's
time.
hoping.
Yeah, so that's the 3 hour mark. Thank you for your time, Sonny. Next time we're
Okay.
going to play something a bit more, um, should we say, story driven?
Yeah, I mean, we could story driven game. I like the sound of that. It's my favorite thing.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm
Yeah,
probably,
we could do something.
yeah, we'll do that. I'm probably going to take a break tomorrow, but I'll be in touch with you in a week and see what happens.
Oh,
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Did you? I just said I'm probably going to take a break tomorrow, but we can kind of meet up.
Yeah,
We can speak during the week and find out when we can schedule another one.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you for watching.
guys, for watching.
Thank you.